All right, Chad. If we're live, can I get some thumbs up or just some kind of comment? We hear you. Sorry, the last stream collapsed and it didn't give me the normal button to get back in, and then more Truth Seekers came out. We've been having a great time out here, you guys. It's already been a beautiful day. Part of the reason I haven't streamed until now is we're waiting for more people to get out here to preserve the mega speaker in case they try to shut us down. It's been, you know, the Truth Seekers have come out, but the fans are just now coming out for the basketball game. So we're going to get into this, see how the fans engage with the knowledge about Kobe. Should have done some research on some of my older Clippers posts since it's a Clippers night, but they'll all hear the Kobe thing, and it's a strong example. So anyway, we're going to be out here seeing if we can engage with other people, get them to think about what's going on. Should we really even be supporting these games? Or are we just is our energy being manipulated? I'm going to try to make that point tonight. And I'm going to go low because some people don't want to be on, but you guys, I wasn't putting out these videos of people's feet like it's some kind of secret society thing. It's just some people don't want to be on camera, and I was trying earlier with the short videos to get people to go, yo, come out and meet who's out here and who brought these signs and who's also streaming and getting out on their platform and who had the idea of, or hold on. Something happened on that side. I think that was the mistake side. The other side, I think, is the good side. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Skateboarding around, getting people to go like, what? It's too bad how Google changed that. Again, in 2020, if you were here, you know that when you did the Google Translate for Kobe in Hebrew to English, it became COVID. It was like, what? And they buried him in Corona Del Mar, what? So, anyhow, I'm going to fire up the speaker here, and we are going to see what happens. Again, this is Brandon, you guys. You know Brandon in the chat. He came out with flyers, great ideas. First man on the scene. First man on the scene.
Oh, yeah.
How was it when you got here? What was happening?
You were already engaging with someone.
Yeah, again, there's a lot. You guys, that's why you got to come out and be more of us. We'll be more impactful. But I've already had a lot of great conversations today. They've been successful. People have been open-minded, appreciative, you know, nice compliments. God bless you, these types of things. Not when people are mad. Has there really been anything negative yet?
No.
Just maybe them coming and tell us to back up just before 3 like they did.
I'm a little paranoid, so I'm looking for the agent. The next guy with purple pants.
Well, keep your eyes open, because I'm not always the best at spotting that.
Try to mess around.
And if they do try to like kill us with copyright, what you can do, like if the stream buffers, you guys should be able to bring it back, but you can just like drag that up and close the YouTube app. Then we're not recording, and then like they're trying to drown us out with commercial music.
Is there a way I could mute it?
Like
if they're playing shit and I could mute it, then we'll keep it going. We'll at least have the footage.
Well, you might be smarter than me. Maybe there's an option down here. Mute microphone. Yeah, it's right there. Bottom right corner. I guess that's how you do it. See,
okay.
You guys, come out and help me because I'm kind of dumb. I didn't even ever think in years to mute the microphone. I've always minimized. So now it's so simple. Anyway, Brandon's got all the great ideas. Other people got ideas. Come meet some truth seekers, exchange some ideas, and you know, make some new friends and acquaintances. And again, what would it be if people are just meeting like this all the time to talk about things? It became the new way to have community. Actually trying to make a difference, though. So anyway, I'm going on and on. I'm gonna get on the speaker. Brandon's on the camera.
Hell yeah. Take a look at that, chat. We out here, LA pull up, LA roll up.
What's this? Kobe what? Kobe is Kobe in Hebrew. That's the language change?
Getting some engagement already. Haven't even got on the speaker. This guy's moving jerseys. We out here in LA.
It's the weekend. People are out. They're walking around more. They're not at work. Yeah, you got the ping stand too. So we got exactly. Can we try this? Like I'm singing and J. Mike Ray and stuff. And doing about that King James player for King James. See, the score last night, 103
I'll try to keep it steady. We out here at the crypto. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, NBA star, nothing but actors.
I'm able to do it quickly because I know everything. Like I'm not having time to research, and that's when I do. Like you can tell a post where I research because there's a ton to it. But at this point, I just realized that people appreciate simple. Like when I go into they're totally into the first round, they don't do second. I'm like, I have to go make some dinner right now, and I feel like I overwhelmed them. So that's why a lot of posts always make it real simple. It's something that's like maybe 2 numbers most. Yeah, because it's just like, again, on the 17th, on the day, like on the show day this month, a young football player who only plays for 2 pro teams, both in Ohio, the 17th state, he just on the 17th.
Zach should be starting any minute now, getting on the speaker. He can't turn it off though, just spitting that knowledge all day. He's engaging with another truth seeker. Yo, truth does not exist. I'm here with the Gematria celebrity superstar, Zachary K. Hubbard. I'm honored. Someone's gonna clip my voice and say that I'm admitting to joining the cult, the Gematria cult.
Okay, I think I'm gonna start this weekend to see what happens.
Wait, actually turn it on. Go live. It's not live.
Your first meeting at the Austin. How'd you first
Is this all set up?
Talk to one of them. I'm focused on filming, sorry.
That's organic too. Show up on 14.
I don't
First time in a long time. You're all right.
The balance got right.
Hey, great
Good people of Los Angeles, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Let's go Clippers. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's good to be out here. Not locked down by Gavin Newsom. Remember how that was, man? Those were sad times. Gavin Newsom locking us down. All of a sudden, Kobe's dead. Buried in Corona Del Mar just in time for coronavirus. HBO's got to put out a show about Magic Johnson, HIV right afterwards.
Get
I should look into
Get
Gary
like
Mullis.
Staples and shit.
R.I.P. Gary Mullis.
Show everybody where it's at.
But anyway, we're out here to share information today, you guys, and I want to talk about why Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. Kobe, died at age 41 while traveling from Catholic Mass to his daughter's basketball game on the Pope's 41st day of his age. How many people know that Kobe died on the 41st day of the Pope's age while traveling from Catholic Mass at age 41?
Bus number 81. Bus number 81, yo.
I got the first track when I get here, what's playing on the radio? Halo in the City of Angels. I'm thinking, man, Beyonce got that 24th.
Of course. I already know this is going to go hours.
But anyway, you guys, Kobe.
Oh, your battery's in your pocket. I thought it was a hooked up to
justice
this.
for Kobe.
Yes.
Tonight in the game, chanted justice for Kobe. There needs to be justice for Kobe, you guys. All roads lead to Rome. Kobe Bryant, dead at age 41, on the Pope's 41st day of his age, while traveling from Catholic Mass. Just think about the coincidence. Let me add to it. LeBron James and the Lakers win the NBA Finals exactly 41 weeks after LeBron's birthday on Father-Daughter Day. Look it up. Father-Daughter Day. I never realized there was a Father-Daughter Day until the day the Lakers won on Father-Daughter Day in the weirdest NBA Finals ever that got moved because of coronavirus after Kobe got buried in Corona Del Mar. But again, I got to make sure people are following. I know you guys are having a good time tonight. You want to enjoy the game. But what I'm here to tell you, there's some darkness to these things. All these young players that just died. R.I.P. to the Cleveland Browns, dead Monday for unknown reasons on the 17th. Played for the Bengals. Played for the Browns in Ohio, the 17th state. Dead at 31 for unknown reasons on the 17th. Ohio, the birthplace of football. Remember LeBron playing for the Cavs, guys. You guys don't know, the Cavaliers, they're named after King Charles. King Charles was the son of King James. What day did LeBron win the finals with the Cavs? On the real King James's birthday, June 19th. What a coincidence.
A joke right there.
But again, you guys, Kobe, we got to talk about him being dead at 41. I know I'm being redundant, but I'm going to get to something that you never heard of before. It goes back to Rome, like Roman numerals. So Kobe, dead at 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age. Look up his Kobe after death shoes that came out on the day leaving 41 days left in the year. When he scored 81 points, his career high. The rest of the team scored 41. When he scored 60 points in his last game, the rest of his team scored 41. In his last game, his last buck against the Utah Jazz. Same team the pandemic was blamed on. Sorry guys, bear with me. I had a little 420 today, but the class will come back. Again, Kobe in 41. Again, all roads lead to Rome. Dead on the Pope's 41st day of his age. Lakers win the finals 41 weeks after LeBron's birthday. Let's not forget that LeBron passed Kobe in points scored in Philadelphia, in Kobe's hometown. Some of you guys might know this year, Len Dawson, the Chiefs, died on Kobe Bryant Day. Tell me about your Super Bowl. Was your Super Bowl the Chiefs over Kobe's team, Philly? After Len Dawson dies on Kobe Bryant Day, age 24 was Patrick Mahomes when he won the Super Bowl right after Kobe's death. Then Len Dawson dies on the 24th, 24 days before Mahomes' birthday. Shout out to Beyonce. She picked up her 24th Grammy the day Kobe died, finished his career with number 24. To get into Beyonce and Jay-Z and where they fit in, There's a clue in that new house party movie. Come talk to us. Some things are too deep for the masses, but again, I want you guys to understand. The Romans, the Catholic Church, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. Let me take it from Kobe real quick to MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. I always love to have LeBron versus Steph Curry on MLK Day. How many people know the name Stephen means crown? How many people realize LeBron and Curry were born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio? The same hospital Nate Thurman was born in. But his number retired with the Warriors in Cavs 42. I'll tell you about 42 and Jack. It's another thing to know. There's so much to know. It wasn't arbitrary that Kobe crashed in the middle of the field there to put the story down in the 4200 block. Again, I haven't got to the point about what you need to know. And again, thank you for the 420, but it's made this speech a little bit worse. Anyhow, Coach, dead at 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age. Then LeBron wins the finals 41 weeks later. Where does this matter? You gotta learn Gematria. I want you to look up this song, Gematria. Gematria. There's a song called Gematria, the killing name. There's a song called Murder by Numbers by Relation.
A loudspeaker. I'll mute it.
I don't want to ruin the music, you guys, but we gotta talk about Kobe. Anybody can get you one more time, I'm gonna tell you where it matters. When Kobe goes off the court in his last game against Utah, where he scored 16, the rest of the team scored 41. There was 4.1 seconds. Again, retiring 41 years after his dad was drafted by the Warriors.
Yeah, I muted it. Someone was walking by playing music with a loudspeaker. Don't want to get the stream shut down.
You know what Roman numerals are? Letters and numbers. In Hebrew, every letter is a number. In ancient Greek, every letter is a number. Again, in English, every letter is a number just the same. Kobe Bryant has a numerical value of 41. This stuff is not after the fact, you guys. I wrote a book in 2017. It was banned by everybody. But a chapter in that book was about Kobe's career at 41. Go figure, I'm from Portland, Oregon, in the Major Lakers area, but I love Kobe. Tell me, Rick from the Lakers. Go back to, come on, you guys come around with the Lakers. Clippers fans are here, and I got everything out anyway. Even Ralph David, the next year, was complaining about how his Lakers for the Lakers get sacked. We never played in the Portland there before. Anyhow, Kobe. Then you guys put out the Kobe after death tennis shoe on the day 41 days left in the year. After death, you know that's a biblical concept. Only to die on the Pope's 41st day, being 41 years old. Here's another thing you need to know about. It was the 74th NBA season. 74. Think about that number in like this nation. This nation's birthday is 74. 74. Did you know that 3 of the first 5 U.S. presidents died at age 74? 3 of the first 5 U.S. presidents, excuse me, I misspoke. 3 of the first 5 U.S. presidents died on July 4th. 7-4. Think about the odds of that, you guys. 3 of the first 5 presidents dead on the nation's birthday. Look it up. Jefferson and Adams both died July 4th, 1826. And then exactly 1,826 days later, Monroe died on July 4th, 7-4. We're on a calendar that's named after a Catholic pope, Pope Gregorius. That's the Gregorian calendar. Part of that calendar is, remember, the killing of Caesar. We celebrate that day on the Ides of March, March 15th. March 15th is the 74th day of the year. In Gematria, take the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, after C, the 26th letter is 26. Write out the word killing. It adds up to 74. So is the word stabbing. the 74th day of the Roman calendar. Remember the stabbing of Caesar. This year, on that day, the Federal Reserve put out a memo about a new digital currency, a new digital federal currency. The thing that we're talking about in front of Crypto.com Arena. A new blockchain federal currency is going to come out in July from the Federal Reserve. At first it will be voluntary, but how long will this digital currency be voluntary? Anyhow, the Ides of March is to remember the stabbing of Caesar in 44 BC. Bob Lee was killed in his 44th year of life on 4/4. On the same day, a 44-year-old cyclist was supposedly killed in an accident in the same city, San Francisco. 44 on 4/4. Bob Lee created Square. A square is four-sided. Manly P. Hall. If you don't know who Manly P. Hall is, use that smartphone to find some knowledge. Manly P. Hall has a society in this city. This knowledge I'm talking about, I learned about it from Manly P. Hall. What's sad is he has a society to this day in this city about knowledge to empower humanity. And my guess is 90% of this city doesn't even exist. How can that be? This man who put out all this knowledge, all this information, who wanted to help empower humanity in pretty much his own city, I'm guessing almost nobody knows about him. But everybody knows about LeBron. For anyone who thinks this is a joke, you guys can go back online and you can watch what I said after July 1st when LeBron was signed by the Lakers. I said, oh, this is an easy one. I said he came over from the 17th state on the first day of the 7th month. Guess what's going to happen in his 17th season with the Lakers? You can count on their 17th championship. Exactly what happened. How about those Kings? First time in the playoffs in 17 years. Start to pay attention, you start to notice what's going on. 4 teams in the playoffs in California. When was the last time that happened? All 4. Look that one up. Do research. Look into patterns. Hold on, go ahead. I'm just saying, Jeffrey's going to be the well, here's the thing to watch. Here's the thing to watch. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys something, you guys. I'm not a future teller, but this knowledge, it really can help you hit futures. I can't hit them every time, but a man just walked up to me and said, are the Lakers winning the finals this year? Here's something I want you to look into regardless of if the Lakers win. Again, LeBron won his only final with the Cavs on June 19th, the real King James' birthday. If you didn't know that, look it up, it's all facts. My community hit 40-1 on the 3-1 comeback. We knew why LeBron was coming back on King James' birthday. The son of King James in history was King Charles. People who fought for King Charles were called Cavaliers. That's why LeBron, King James is on the Cavs, winning on the real King James' birthday. And there's rumors that the Catholic Church took out King James. Then you got some, all roads lead to Rome, the Jesuits. Okay, so come back to the question. Could LeBron win the finals this year? It's possible. It may not happen this year, but pay attention to the time of King Charles. King Charles is saving his coronation for May 6th. 5-6. LeBron is 4-6 in the finals right now. If he wins one more, it's 5-6, right? Doesn't have to happen this year. King Charles probably doesn't win that anytime soon. But the thing is, King James having his coronation this year on May 6th. And if you don't know this already, look up the last time. Forget the last time England had a king. How old was he when he died? The King of England, the last King Charles, was 56 years old. The king before Queen Elizabeth was 56 years old when he passed. 56. We're talking about Gematria.
I'm filming to show where we are.
Numbers, relevance.
That's why I'm standing here.
Goes back to Babylon.
Crypto Arena
All
show
of you
up.
guys in California, how many of you noticed it? When Gavin Newsom locked down this state, a Jesuit, went to Santa Clara. Gavin Newsom locked down this state, how many people noticed? He said in 8 weeks is how many days? In 8 weeks, that's 56 days. He said 56% of California will have coronavirus. So Gavin Newsom, the Jesuit, said 56% of California will have coronavirus in 56 days. That is a very specific prediction. Like I can see maybe 60 people or 60% in 2 months, but to say 56% in 56 days, you gotta pay attention. Notice, in the UK, Boris Johnson, he came out and said the UK strain was 56% more infectious. The CDC said that masks prevent the spread of COVID by 56%. I know there's different masks, but very clear about it at the beginning. They said Wisconsin had the most antibodies to the virus, 56. The first mayor to deal with COVID in this nation, it was Mayor Jenny Durkin in Seattle, in King County, where Corona means crown, where Bill Gates is, in front of the world's biggest needle, if you didn't know this, is where the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is in Seattle. Mr. Jab, you know Bill Gates, married to Melinda from a family of Jesuit priests, turned 56 the year of COVID. Like Jeff Bezos, like a lot of the billionaires who took over the world, as most people had to close their shops, but Big Brother said Amazon and Walmart can stay open. Again, you guys, that's what we should be gathering for, to get our rights and liberties back. You guys, I love sports. I grew up playing basketball. It's my favorite thing in the world. But you know what? When we're adults, there are things that are more important than watching basketball games, like getting our rights and liberties back and understanding there's an agenda. But again, I got to get back to Gavin Newsom, who said 56% of California will get coronavirus in 56 days. Look it up. Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words used by the Jesuits day in and day out. In Gematria, Gavin Newsom equals 56. So does Anthony Fauci, Jesuit educated at Holy Cross. A lot of people think Trump's the good guy. Trump went to Fordham, just like Andrew Cuomo, the 46th governor of New York, and he began his Jesuit education exactly 56 years before 2020, the year of the pandemic. Now they tell you about that lab leak theory. Look into that lab. It was created by France in Wuhan in 1956. 56. The Jesuits are from France. Rudy Gobert, the Frenchman, who the pandemic was blamed on in the NBA as they locked down the same day that Tom Hanks of Sleepless in Seattle said he was the first celebrity with COVID. Didn't people didn't get the joke of Tom Hanks being born in 56? Tom Hanks was filming the movie on Elvis Presley, R.I.P. to his daughter. Just got off right after the actor won Best Actor for portraying her father. She's just dead days later. What a coincidence. People just march on. Chadwick Boseman dead on Jackie Robinson Day. People just march on. Who cares if Chadwick Boseman's dead on Jackie Robinson Day? Who cares if Kobe's dead right after LeBron passes him in points scored in his hometown? I caught on to that one. But anyway, 56, we're not done. Again, if it sounds coincidental to you, I want you to answer, why is it a coincidence that Gavin Newsom said 56% of California will get coronavirus in 56 days, while Boris Johnson is talking about 56? You pay attention, you go back and look at the stories and the headlines, you'll see how often that number is brought up. Again, though, you guys, Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, goes back to Babylon. Maybe I'm being too complicated, you guys, but for the people who hear this and understand and are listening, here's what got me onto this. I want you guys to think about this in light of what's going on in America. This is easier to think about. 1968. A lot of people don't know about this year. 1968 was a year of years. This month, April 4th, it was the anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination.
The Twin Towers are 1968.
So again, you guys, 1968. I got to discuss with MLK. You think this is a coincidence, you guys? Martin Luther King Jr., only born American to have a holiday named after him, but he had to die for it. A lot of people don't know this. Look up MLK on your smartphone. Type in April 4th, 1967. It's a year to the day of his assassination. Do you ever know that Martin Luther King Jr. was blacklisted by Lyndon Johnson, who spoke out against him after what MLK said April 4th, 1967? He said this nation's a military empire. He said as long as it stays that, war and our nation's youth. It's going to put darkness in them that'll come back to this country and multiply. Until we fix this war problem, it's going to be dark and ugly in America. But think about this. Try to put it all together here. 1968, World Trade Center construction began in New York. 911 was made the national emergency dialing code. George W. Bush, the president when 9/11 happened, member of an infamous secret society at Yale, Skull and Bones. George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. A lot of things in 1968. Rig Sports, New York Jets. Think about it, New York Jets, their only Super Bowl winning season. Patriots never won a Super Bowl until after 9/11 and the Patriot Act. Saints never won a championship until after Katrina. Goes on and on, you guys. A lot of examples.
He's been dropping jewels all day. All day, show up. If you're in Cali, show up. If you're in LA, show up.
157 in Staples Center. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know.
You were just saying the things that won when things happen, like disasters.
Thanks for keeping me on point. I know you're the opposition. Hey, I'll go. I don't know if they can do it because that's not a great fight.
Honestly, it looks like about 20 people. 20 people showing up. Can you guys hear Zach?
Real learning point. Don't smoke weed if you're going to go out and present.
Right.
Or smoke less. No matter what day it is. I'm better.
No matter what day it is.
I smoke too much. Don't smoke too much. Okay, but again, you guys, 1968. Big year. MLK assassinated. Bobby Kennedy assassinated. World Trade Center construction begins. 911 made the national emergency dialing code. Here's two more things that'll sound real funny today. Coronavirus was coined in 1968, and fentanyl was approved by the FDA. Now, if I asked you to quickly think of three things in the 21st century that have made America worse, and I think a lot of us who are old enough to know the country's gotten a lot worse in the 21st century, mostly due to so much fear and giving up rights and liberties and marching along to what it says on the news instead of using our own better judgment. But again, think about this. 1968, fentanyl is an opioid, you guys. After 9/11, what do? We went into Afghanistan and we murdered the Taliban and we brought back the poppy production. And now you know the world has a opioid crisis. So many lives destroyed, lost, ruined. Big pharma, pharmacies all over. Perk 30s all over the streets across America, ruining teenagers' lives. Why isn't that the nightly story? Why isn't Anderson Cooper talking about Perk 30s all over the street, ruining people's lives? Why did all these things happen in 1968, the year the Rockefellers founded the Club of Rome? You guys know about the history of the Rockefellers, how they infiltrated our school books? You guys, mind control is a real thing. We're being lied to. We're being kept in fear. Our rights and liberties are being taken away. Somebody just saw me. He didn't like what I was doing. I got a not so nice gesture. Hey, if you come back and talk to us later, we'd be happy to have a nice conversation, find out where we're different. But again, just since we're in LA, it's the playoffs again. I'm gonna be real redundant for people in earshot. But again, Kobe, you guys, everyone got to know about Kobe Bryant, dead at age 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age while traveling from Catholic Mass. We know the phrase, all roads lead to Rome. The Lakers won the finals exactly 41 weeks after LeBron's birthday on Father-Daughter Day, after Gianna died at 13 and Kobe died at 41. And again, Gematria, it's so simple, you guys. Do this with me. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to Z is the 26th letter. L is the 12th letter. I think everybody knows that A is the first letter. What's 12 plus 1? It's 13. Now here's the other way to do it. I learned this from Manly P. Hall, who's from this city. I learned it reading up in Seattle.
Show up, Oscar. We're going to be out here.
He lived 100 years.
We're going to be out here all night.
He said also
Show
run
up.
the alphabetic order in reverse. So you make Z1 back to A is 26. If you add up LA, L becomes the 15th letter. A becomes the 26th, obviously it's the last. 15 plus 26 is 41. LA's 13, 41. Gianna at 13, Kobe at 41. You guys want to know something funny about those numbers? You know, in our sports games, we're feeling good about ourselves, our country, our supposed freedom, and we're chanting USA, USA. U is the 21st letter, S is the 19th, A is the 1st, USA 41. 41 is the 13th prime number. What do they teach us in our 13 years of slave school? They teach us to pledge to the 13 stripes that began out of 13 colonies. Scottish Rite Temple's got the 13 layers of bricks, like what's on the dollar bill. Look at our language, you guys, spells and spelling. Currency and water. Are your assets liquid? Is your house underwater? Currency, current, money controlling people, controlling the flow. As we know, we can't live without water. And as we also know, because of this world we're born into, we can't live without money. How many people want to go to the Lakers game tonight but can't afford it? I bet there's some real Laker fans out there, some real diehards. They can go in. They've been living in LA their whole life. They want to go in, but they just never been able to afford it. How many tourists file in tonight to watch LeBron first time in LA? Don't even really care. They just want the American experience. I just want you guys to think about this. Is this really LA's team? How many people from LA can even afford to go to a game? You guys, what's going on in this country? What's really going on? You really think a man in a cave did 9/11? You really think some killer germs were that scary? I mean, they even told you guys it was 99% survivable. We had to shut down our country, interrupt our way of life so Walmart and Amazon could take over. Again, you guys, we gotta wake up. We gotta snap out of it. Spelling, the Roman Colosseum. Are you not entertained? Go up tonight and watch Russell Crowe. It'll make a lot more sense. You care more about entertainment than truth and justice. Who cares if Kobe got murdered at 41? Who cares if it was all planned? Probably a big... Again, you employ somebody, you guys don't know this. If you employ somebody, you can put a life insurance policy on them. How many young celebrities just die out of nowhere? I'm gonna tell you something about, here isn't one. You guys probably saw the headline yesterday. K-pop artist, dead at 25. Probably most of us don't know who he is, but we saw the headline. K-pop artist, dead at age 25. Authorities say nothing suspicious, just found in his home dead. Because as we know, when you're chilling at home, you usually just croak at age 25. But we got so many stories like this, from Tupac to Biggie to Michael Jackson to DMX. Who got the joke with DMX? We got the news on 4321 about DMX, frozen like a vegetable. He's on that song 4321. Closes out with LL Cool J talking about being the GOAT. Right after Tom Brady officially became the GOAT with the 7th championship. Right after the Goatville killings in Yale. When Walter Camp at Yale, Skull and Bones is credited with American football. Anyway, I'm getting off point, you guys, but the point I really am trying to make is there's some nefarious stuff happening in this country. Look up this quote. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson said to preserve freedom, there had to be a revolution every 19 years. As a kid, I heard that reading a book. And I said, why 19 years? Why not 20, 10, 30? What's 19? Too specific. I want you guys to think about this. How long we've been calling it COVID-19. We had a new strain in 2020, 21, 22. There's a new one now in 23. It's still COVID-19. I want you to think about this. What happened 19 years before 2020? Was it 9/11 and the 19 hijackers? So 2020, the war on germs. 2001, the war on terror. What's the consequence for us? Most of us didn't die from terrorism or germs, but we lost quality of life. We lost rights and liberties. We lost amendments. We got free speech zones. We lost things even though it wasn't a terrorist threat. We gave it up because our politicians said they wanted to keep us safe. Again, with COVID, we gave up our jobs. Family division, had to close down the store. Amazon got the market share. Big tech taking over.
Big tech taking over.
What I said before that?
Market share.
That's why I lost my market share.
Market share.
Market share.
But again, you guys, all this fear, again, 2020 COVID-19, 19 years earlier, 19 hijackers where the FBI got all their passports right away. They couldn't find the planes, but they had all the passports. That was the war on terror. 19 years before that, who remembers what happened? I bet a lot of people in LA been impacted by what happened 19 years before 9/11. How about the war on drugs? How many people's families were destroyed? How many men were put in cages? Made corporate slaves, working for big corporations for pennies on the dollar in a cell because they chose to smoke some herb. How many people have that life story? The war on drugs. What happened 19 years before the war on drugs? That's 1963. R.I.P. to the dead Kennedy's drummer, just dropped dead out of nowhere at age 63. Kennedy in 63. JFK after meeting with the Pope. What was that? That was the war on courage. Those assassinations through the ones in 68, they taught people not to speak out. My parents are from that generation. They don't really speak out because they're afraid there'll be consequences. That's still the sentiment. People always ask me, aren't you worried something bad's gonna happen? Maybe a little bit, but I'm more worried about what happens to this world if we don't wake up and start valuing truth and justice and looking into things, stop marching along to tyranny. Why you guys think the founders gave us the First and Second Amendment? They knew over in Europe, again, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. In Europe, they were trying to escape the rule of the Catholic Church, the control of their lives, the expenses, the taxation, the fines, the fees. You were a social outcast if you didn't pay your fines to be forgiven to go to heaven. That doesn't sound like the ultimate hustle. You guys, that's what government is. The Catholic Church was the government of Europe. Again, check this out in Gematria. Again, practice code numbers into words. Very simple. Catholic equals 35. Like Holy See, like Jesuitism. The first Catholic president, JFK, number 35. Joe Biden, the second Catholic president, inaugurated on the Pope's 35th day of his age. Like I said, Manly P.O. from this city, he taught you alphabetic order forwards, backwards. In reverse, running the alphabetic order in reverse, Catholic equals 46. JFK killed at age 46. Joe Biden, elected number 46, exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, inaugurated on the Pope's 35th day of his age. We were talking about these things in this community years before it happened. 46, that's how many books are in the Old Testament. Genesis 46 begins with a sacrifice. In Gematria, sacrifice equals 46 like Catholic. R.I.P. to Coolio. Coolio. Dead on the 46th anniversary of Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise release. That's the sample for Gangsta's Paradise. Coolio's dead on the 46th anniversary of the sample that really made him. You know, it's still a song they play on the radio all across this world because people resonate with the message, you know? Think about what I'm talking about. A gangster's paradise. I'm talking about the Catholic Church in Rome. I'm talking about the Jesuits, the military of the Catholic Church. What else came from Rome? How about the mob? How about the original gangsters? How about the Godfather series we worship? Who got the joke with March Madness? You guys know UConn in their 120th season beat every team by a combined 120 points. You guys catch the Hashim to beat Coke-An Coca-Cola with his jersey all tournament. The name Hashim to beat in Gematria equals 120. In UConn's 120th season, they win all their games on 120 combined points. That's in 6 games. That's an average 20-point blowout. Every year, it's all about numbers. The first March Madness was 85. The Catholic school Villanova beat the Jesuit school Georgetown. This year was the 84th tournament. The father of UConn, his dad's a Jesuit. Basketball coach, great basketball coach. He's a Jesuit. Big number with him. Anthony Fauci, the Jesuit, head of NIH since 84. George Orwell's 1984. But check this out. Connecticut won the 84th tournament. 84 days after the state's birthday, and the coach became 8-4 all-time in the tournament. 8-4. Here's what you missed. If anyone devoed the March Madness tournament, if you got UConn's game, there's a way to watch it. It's the internet. Go back and watch UConn's first game of this year's tournament. It's near the end. It's near the end of the game. UConn has a big lead. They stop the game. They say there's something wrong with UConn's net. They take down UConn's net like when you win the championship. They do a big TV delay. They're talking about it. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They stop the game. They resume the game. UConn gets fouled, goes to the free throw line, shoots the 84th point through the hoop in the 84 tournament. And I said, well, there you go. There's this year's ritual. Last year, Kansas was the only team to score 83 points in the opening round. Last year was the 83rd tournament. In Gematria, Kansas equals 65. They won the tournament 65 days after the state's birthday. Again, you guys, our education system is Roman. Our language is Roman. Our calendar is Roman. We have a 52-week calendar named after a pope. How many people knew that the calendar we're on that says today is April 20th? Hey, by the way, all the weed smokers, if you guys don't know this, look this up. You'll appreciate this more. From the day you guys legalized marijuana to the day you guys opened up your shops, 420 days. How about that?
Some people
What are
don't
the
want
odds
to
of
be on
that? That's your
camera.
government, you guys.
But I'll
Ritualism.
pan.
California, the state of 420, they waited 420 days to open the shops. Come on, man. Number rituals. But that's what we're talking about, number rituals. Again, the calendar's named after the Pope. We got a 52-week calendar. Go figure that when you take the alphabetic order, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, you add up the letters of Pope. P the 16th letter, O the 15th, P the 16th, E the 5th, Pope equals 52. How many cards in the deck, right? 52 cards in the deck. It's a game, you guys, we're being played with. Like we're know-nothings. Like we don't have the knowledge to see the joke that's made. I'm from Portland, Oregon. I got to meet Cliff Robinson, sweet guy. Who remembers Uncle Cliff from the NBA? Any NBA fans remember Uncle Cliff? Uncle Cliff dropped dead out of nowhere. Healthy athlete at age 53, the day of the Blazers-Lakers 53rd playoff game all time. Cliff Robinson, that was one day after Chadwick Boseman died on Jackie Robinson Day. Who remembers when Chadwick Boseman died on Jackie Robinson Day and also Jack Kirby Day, who wrote the Black Panther? Of course, Boseman was in both films. I think we're in trouble, you guys. If we just think all this stuff's a coincidence, I think we are seriously in trouble. Kobe dead at 41. Hey, that man in the LeBron James jersey. That man in the LeBron James jersey. Did you notice that LeBron set the points record, scoring 38 points on the 38th day of the year while he's 38 years old? The points record was in the 38,000 range. Let's get that on the news tonight. What's up with that?
38 is 4-2.
I can tell you all about 38. It's a dark number. R.I.P. Lorenzen Wright. I'll save that. That's too heartbreaking before the game. Come talk to us. I'll tell you deeper stuff. I know what happened to Lorenzen Wright. Here, how about this? I bet you've seen that. You're a LeBron fan. You must have seen his new movie, right? LeBron, great actor. On the court in Hollywood. LeBron, King James, winning on the real King James's birthday. June 19th. Again, in the new House Party movie, you guys. Who's seen the new House Party movie in LeBron's house? Now at the end, they paid tribute to Eyes Wide Shut, Stanley Kubrick's last film. Stanley Kubrick. Eyes Wide Shut. Talks about the Illuminati, something that's not just a conspiracy theory. It was established May 1st, 1776 by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt just before the American Revolution. But again, in the film, if you haven't seen it, on 38-day numerology. Tupac, Kobe, a lot of them. Pop Smoke, a lot of them. Nipsey Hussle, a lot of them. Again, you guys, Gematria. Look up the song Gematria, the killing name, Murder by Numbers. They put a 38 right on the cover of the movie. Add up the letters of death. D's the fourth letter, E's the 5th, A's the 1st.
There was a phone
20th,
call.
H's the 8th, death 38.
A phone
Just
call
a few
came
days
through.
ago, former Dallas star just drops dead at age 38. How's an athlete, former athlete, just gonna drop dead out of nowhere at 38? This stuff goes on all the
A lot
time.
of cocaine, that's why.
What is it?
Too much cocaine.
I'm gonna film this
Could've
idiot.
No. All right, never mind. It could be. Anything's possible.
I was gonna answer. You asked the question. I was trying to answer.
All right, I respect that because it makes me think.
I've hung out with a lot of them. They like fucking break and they shave with a cheese shaver and they fucking.
But you probably done a lot of coke and you're still here.
No, I smoke cigarettes. I did the Ranger games right here. This is
Point is,
General
I've
Grange's.
done a lot of coke.
This is
and I'm
General
still here.
Grange's Special Forces training.
Here, hold on. I want to tell you something so you don't think it's a coincidence because this stuff's sick. Again, this K-pop singer just died, you guys. K-pop. He died out of nowhere. 25-year-old star in Korea. He died on April 19th. People don't know about that date.
Yeah, but you know the diet in Korea, what the happens with those guys?
Here, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
The movie
retorting.
Murder by Numbers. The movie Murder by Numbers came out in April 19th, 2002. On April 19th, this man dies. There's a song called Murder by Numbers that came out in the year 83, where killing is the sport of the elite. This is what the song about. Sung by Sting, sang Roxanne, Every Breath You Take. They sang a song called Murder by Numbers. Came out in 83. It's called It's about how killing is the sport of the elected. As simple as ABC is 1, 2, 3. Came out in 83. On the movie poster for Murder by Numbers, they called it 83 and a 38. Yesterday, the K-pop singer died on the anniversary of that film coming out, exactly 83 days after his birthday. In Gematria, turning letters into numbers and just adding up the word, murder equals 83. We've been educated about this pattern with so many people for so many years. I've been doing this for a decade. I've talked about well over 100 celebrity deaths just like that, and people don't catch on. This is going on week after week. Like I just said, the Cleveland Brown and Cincinnati Bengal just drops dead at 31 on the 17th day of the year, when Ohio's the 17th state.
You got a prediction for McLovin?
McLovin.
This guy goes to every event under that pseudonym?
Well, look, 17 in Ohio, man.
Real
Ohio
life troll.
football player played for the Bengals and the Cavs, just dropped dead on the 17th.
No.
LeBron, hold on.
Might be special forces.
Here's why this is valuable. So you can go watch my video from 2018. In 2018, when LeBron signed with the Lakers on July 1st, the first day of the 7th month, I said, just watch, coming from the 17th state,
Real life
in the
troll.
Laker, in
Nothing
LeBron's
to add in.
17th season, he will win the Lakers their 17th championship. Huge number with their ritualism.
So you're
N is
a
the 14th
numerology
letter,
guy. You're
B is
numer-
the second, A is the
numerology?
first, NBA 17. The Kings right now put it on
Are
the
you
Warriors.
are you a numerology
First
guy?
time in 17 years. I'm not a numerology guy. Somebody said, are you a numerology guy? No, I don't like that. I'm not a numerology guy. I'm an observant guy. I was 18 years old when 9/11 happened, and I said, wait a minute.
I apologize.
I said, wait a minute. A national emergency on 911 blamed on a man in the cave. Oh, no. Started looking into it, and I said, wait a
My
minute.
mistake. I didn't hear the beginning, so I was when you're talking
I'm
numbers.
exposing numerologists.
My bad. No.
Masonic temple that says all this numbers.
No, that's cool. I'm just trying to listen. I missed the first part, so that's why. Sorry.
I am Santan's general. How do you guys think about it so far? I feel like I'm just let me start.
You did good.
I'm on fire.
Nah, you're spitting, Zach.
This is a 420. You smoke too much for the first month.
It's a little bit discombobulating, but you're throwing a lot of info out. I was like, we should have huge posters just saying Gematria.
Hey.
And just coded letters to numbers. Maybe tomorrow, and then.
I
wanna-
thought you were as good as you
What time
can
is it
be.
right now?
It's 6 something.
No, but he's
should
going.
get your picture.
And he caught some real flyers.
Let me do the Kobe 41 thing again because there's new people here.
Yo,
6:30.
free fill to pass them out if there's people interested.
And
We
then
have a lot
also,
more.
like,
We're just been around dummies, so you're
but since it's like Clipper, is there anything
have
really
all the energy.
They do have diehard fans.
Truth seeker that showed up.
If somebody can somebody can look at my post on Kawhi Leonard's dad. If I happen to him getting shot at the car wash, I know that's another big ritual. I have a whole post on Free to Find.
Oh, no, keep 'em.
Oh, really?
Give them to people who are interested.
Or 20. Is that what it's at?
It's cracking.
You guys, come on, man. Look at the box score for the Dodgers.
I've been trying to get that.
Cody Bellinger, they just reported, hit a 420-foot homer on 420, you guys.
My God.
What a coincidence.
You fucking kidding
Again,
me?
you guys, you look it up, man. You look it up. They legalized weed in the state, and 420 days later, they open up the dispensaries. Now on 420 in LA, man, Cody Bellinger, it's in the stats, so it must be true. You guys remember playing John Madden? EA Sports New York said if it's in the game, it's in the game. Getting out, Madden has the comeback mode, allows you to get back in, keep it exciting until the end. Look at these sports games, you guys, they're a joke. Nobody's got a closer in baseball anymore. 5-run comebacks all the time in the bottom of the ninth ever since they allowed everybody to start gambling. You don't see how we're getting milked, you guys? You thought you were counting your money, we're up 5, bottom of the ninth. Or you're top of the ninth, my bad, but... Hey, you guys don't think baseball's rigged? Check this out. Check this out. We had the Cubs certain to fall to 7-6 on the 76 Jackie Robinson Day, and Gematria Jackie Robinson Day equals 76. So I sound like RFK, I wore out my voice. But again, on the 76 Jackie Robinson Day, the Cubs fall to 7-6. Jackie Robinson Day and Gematria equals 76. And remind me, who hit the game-winning RBI in the ninth? David Peralta. Yeah, and Gematria, David Peralta, 76. Knocks in the winner, make the Cubs 7-6 on the 76 Jackie Robinson Day. Here's what's messed up, you guys. Here's what's messed up about it. Jackie, number 42. You gotta know what 42 means. I gotta get my voice back, hold on.
If you're in the LA area, show up. No excuse.
Again, you guys, Gematria. Jackie Robinson, number 42. Number all over history. Nate Thurman, number 42, had his jersey retired with the Warriors and Cavs just before they met in all those finals. But 42, big number, known through Jackie. All of these words equal 42 in Gematria. Jackie, slavery, Tuskegee. Funny enough, Bill Gates is out of the 42nd state, so his vaccine, we all know who he told needed to get the jab the first. Said if your complexion's darker, be sure to get the jab. By the way, there's another number I could teach you about, 201. There were 201 men in the Tuskegee experiment in the control group. 201, look into event 201, the coronavirus pandemic simulation just before the outbreak.
Yep.
1 month before the outbreak in Wuhan, China, on the same day the military World Games began in Wuhan, China. Look up event 201. But again, 42, slavery, Tuskegee, Jackie, Huxtable, Cosby Show, LeBron James, bus. Yes, even the N-word, unfortunately. Similar word they use in South Africa that's a racial slur over there also equals 42. Funny enough, racial slur equals 42. When the movie number 42 came out, the criticism was that it used the N-word too much. Jackie Robinson, you guys. Chadwick Boseman died on Jackie Robinson Day. I encourage all of you guys to look up the articles written 3 months before his death. Talked about how he would turn 43 in November, meaning he was 42. But then he died in August before his 43rd birthday, meaning he died at 42 on Jackie Robinson Day. And all of a sudden, we documented in this community, Google, everything. Changed his birthday back 1 more year and made him 43 instead of 42. It's not a joke, you guys. It's because they don't want people to catch on. But again, you guys, numbers as language goes back to Babylon. Genesis 11:9 about the Tower of Babel. The tower to divide the people of the world, Genesis 11:9. How does the majority of the world write September 11th? They write it 11/9. We write it the other way. But again, that event divided the world over religion. So much division and fear and judgment and prejudice. I was in Arizona, everybody got a bumper sticker with Osama bin Laden's face in a Target. Everyone was looking funny at Muslim people, darker complected people. Guys, this is what they do to us. This propaganda, this fear, these campaigns, making you take sides.
Guys, we got to see through the game. Stop worshiping the games. The Dodgers won the World Series after Chadwick Boseman died on Jackie Robinson Day. They broke the 32-year drought. Who did they beat? They beat the Tampa Bay Rays. And why was that funny? Again, all roads lead to Rome. Go look at that Jesuit logo. If you don't know the Jesuit logo, know that. Look it up. It's the sun with the letters IHS and the 3 nails to crucify Jesus with 32 sun rays. 32 sun rays on the Jesuit logo. Dodgers end the drought against the Rays after 32 years. You learn Gematria, 32 becomes an interesting number. Second highest degree in the Scottish Rite, a Freemasonry. America equals 32. College equals 32. Career equals 32. Average equals 32. All those things equal 32 in America. A nation ruled over by Rome, where they give you the sun, have you worship on Sunday, put money in their plate, spread this all over the world. You guys think it's a joke here? Think about this. Maybe this is easy for you to grasp. Maybe not. We'll try it out. We're going to see what resonates. Again, you guys, all roads lead to Rome. The Jesuits, their motto is Jesus Hominum Salvator. Jesus, Savior of mankind. That's what it means. But the motto of the gematria of that motto equals 274. Pretty interesting. Pope Francis, the Catholic Church has celebrated the sun's birthday on 12/25 since 274 AD. The Jesuit motto, their logo, the sun, their motto, abbreviated IHS in the sun, again stands for Jesus Hominum Salvator, equaling 274. Catholic Church has celebrated the sun's birthday on 274 AD. On 12/25. In the year 320 AD, they started celebrating Jesus Christ's birthday on 12/25. Funny enough, Roman Catholic Church equals 320. So Jesus Hominum Salvator 274, Roman Catholic Church 320. That's a difference of 46 years. Again, there's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament. JFK, the first Catholic president, assassinated at age 46. And then Joe Biden, elected number 46, exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, just days after LeBron, King James, became 4-6 in the NBA Finals. If you don't know, look up the King James Bible, Psalm 46. A lot of people think Shakespeare wrote it because the 46th word from the front is shake and the 46th word from the back is spare. That's in the King James Bible. We all know they call LeBron King James. He won the finals on the real King James's birthday. King James, his son was King Charles. Those who fought for King Charles were Cavaliers in the English Civil War. R.I.P. to the dead Virginia Cavaliers, murdered this year, the football team. News on King Charles' birthday. R.I.P. to the college students murdered the same day on King Road
You'll have to hold the power
in
back
Moscow, Idaho.
Is it dying?
Oh, no, it's straight.
Virginia Cavaliers are those who fought for King Charles on his birthday. We're hearing about the murder of Cavaliers in Virginia and students on King Road.
Bro, you're exactly
Again, you guys, I know it's a lot to take in, but I'm just trying to drop some seeds that hopefully somebody can resonate with. Where are you from? Because we got to wake up.
Chicago originally, but
We
Arizona.
can't keep gathering for the rigged sports game. We got to gather to get this country back on the right path. We have so much abundance.
Yeah, man.
There's so many people hurting. There's so many homeless people, addicted people. People living in fear. It doesn't need to be this way, you guys.
As soon as you turn the corner, I'm like, that's fucking DK still. I know it is.
I know. I saw you look at me. I was like, this guy already
It
knows who I
doesn't
am.
need to be this way.
Your voice matches your
Hey,
spirit.
DK.
What's up?
Take a break.
I'll take over in a sec. Yeah, let's. No, I'll take over right now. I'm ready to go right now. Coach, put me in the game. Here, let me give you some fluids. Take over this for a second. Let me give this guy.
DK Stonewood in the building.
DK's don't float and
Zach, he's just exactly how I pictured DK. That's exactly how I pictured him. Yeah,
Yeah, looks like a man who knows what he's doing.
absolutely.
Doing well. Thank you. I needed that. Johnny on the spot.
Hey, he knew what to bring. That a boy, DK.
By the way, if anybody else wants to speak, the mic is open. I don't need to hug it.
I'm gonna-
Pass the mic.
I'm gonna do the Jonas Salk riddle right now.
I'm gonna do a.
Oh yeah, yeah.
October 28th,
You guys don't wanna be on?
1956,
You guys don't want to be on?
Here's the cap.
You good? Some true seekers out here. You guys don't want to be on or not? Hey, true seekers in the building. See what's up to the chat. My man right here been out here all day. What time did you get out here? 12 p.m. Still going strong.
Again, good people of California, Los Angeles. Tonight, if you could chant it for Kobe, justice for Kobe. We want people to know that Kobe Bryant died at age 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age while traveling from Catholic Mass. We want people to notice. We want people to notice that when he dropped 81, the rest of his team scored 41. But he scored 60 in his last game. The rest of his team scored 41. He made his last bucket being guarded by number 41. He came off the court with 4.1 seconds left. And again, you guys, look into the Kobe after death shoe.
Zach
Kobe
losing
Bryant
his
put on
voice.
the after death shoe on the day, leaving 41 days left in the year. Again, you guys, all roads lead to Rome. If you think that's funny, please look into Kobe. Look into a lot more. What happened to Kobe's happened to a lot of people, you guys. He's not in lone company. We used to learn in school.
DK's gonna get on the mic in a minute.
The Lions would sacrifice great athletes to make the king happy for the big festival. I don't think anything's changed, you guys. In Gematria, king equals 41, like King James. And again, he won the finals with the Lakers 41 weeks after his birthday. Again, after winning his last finals on the actual King James's birthday. So anyway, I'm gonna pass the mic because my voice is shot. But we got some other good minds out here.
How's everybody doing? Los Angeles, City of Angels, Los Angeles, Extraviado Angeles.
DK Stonewood on the
Who likes
mic.
coincidences? Let's play a coincidence game. Who's got the best coincidence theory? I'll start. So, who was the first famous person they said got COVID? And it was all over the news. It was our boy Tom Hanks. And they showed him he was playing gin rummy with his wife and in quarantine. And it was in Australia. He was filming a movie about Elvis. Now here's the first coincidence. Elvis, on October 28th, remember this day, October 28th, 1956, took the polio vaccine on live TV. Polio had been taken off the market. The polio vaccine had been taken off the market because it was killing people for a couple years, and they wanted to relaunch it. So they got Elvis, who just became
Cuts,
famous
send the
that year,
shouts out.
to
What up,
take it on
Cuts?
live TV for everybody, just like all the famous people are faking to take it on TV now for us.
DK Stonewood is on the mic.
That's right.
Got the chat open there.
So anyway, he takes the polio vaccine
Trying to answer the
on live
questions.
TV October 28, 1956, which just happens to be the birthday of the alleged inventor of the polio vaccine, Jonas Salk. He was born on October 28th. Guess who else's birthday is on October 28th? Bill Gates, the guy who's pushing vaccines now. So the guy who was pushing a killer vaccine back in that day is born on the same day as the guy who's pushing a killer vaccine today. There's a big coincidence. What's that? Coincidence number 3, 4 already? Now, let's get back to our boy Tom Hanks. Castaway. So, he was in another big movie called Inferno. It's part of the Da Vinci Code series. And that movie, the plot of that movie is billionaires getting together to put together a fake pandemic and virus so they could kill a bunch of people with vaccines. That was the plot of the movie. Anyone want to guess what day that movie came out? October 28th, wouldn't you know? Our boy Tom Hanks got a lot of coincidences around him. Here's another one. He was also in a movie called Forrest Gump. where he gets polio as a kid and teaches Elvis how to dance. What about that? Is that all just a coincidence? They made these movies and this stuff just happens in real life too? Come on now, folks. Anyone else want to come up and hit the mic if you got a better coincidence theory than that? Yeah. My boy wants to add on to that some more.
Bear with my voice. I know I sound a little bit like RFK Jr. right now. I overdid it. 420 got me. But Elvis, you guys, you got the polio vaccine in '56 on live TV. Again, you guys, at the beginning of the pandemic, Gavin Newsom was the first governor to lock down the state. And he said 56% of California will get coronavirus in 8 weeks, which is 56 days. In the science book, it says coronavirus dies at 56 degrees Celsius. Trump was the president, Jesuit educated. He went to Fordham. The pandemic was declared 56 years after his Jesuit education began. Andrew Cuomo, who went to Fordham, Jesuit, 56, governor of New York. The first case of COVID in the U.S. was in the city of Seattle, where the 56th mayor, also Jesuit educated, Jenny Durkin, was. The next mayor was Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, the 56th mayor of Chicago with the same birthday as Obama, who won the 56th presidential election. Go figure. But again, Tom Hanks, born in '56, the first celebrity with the virus. Tom Hanks was filming the movie about Elvis and then became a big promoter of the jab. Born in '56, he's in that Da Vinci Code series about the Illuminati and the Catholic Church. The writer, the creator of the Da Vinci Code series, the author, he turned 56 in 2020. So did Bill Gates' wife, from a family of Jesuit priests. Jeff Bezos took over the world that year at age 56. All across this nation, 1,056 rituals. It doesn't make any sense until you learn what the Jesuits are into. Kabbalah. Again, in Kabbalah, there's a practice of coding numbers into words. It's in Hebrew, it's in ancient Greek. It's in Latin. It's in English as well. In Gematria, coronavirus equals 56, just like Corona Del Mar equals 56, and we know where they buried Kobe in January, the month of COVID. Gavin Newsom equals 56. Anthony Fauci equals 56. All of these men are Jesuit educated. There were 1,056 rituals. The Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, his door at 10 Downing Street, stained in the glass above the door is the top half of the Jesuit Order's logo. He said 56% of he said the UK strain was 56% more infectious.
Ukraine. Fuck the Jesuits. Russia, Ukraine. You have a madman almost on the button. So talk. You give a voice. Use it to educate the right way. That's about stupid shit.
This man said I should be talking about Ukraine. I agree. You're right. You're right. Let's talk about Ukraine.
What's going on with Putin right now? The guy locked himself away with COVID. And the guy's, he's insane.
Eric, do you want to put this on the mic and I'll answer? This gentleman right here, I appreciate his questions and his concern. He wants to ask his question. I'm going to answer it, but let me have him ask it.
I appreciate the time on the microphone. I understand where it's coming from.
Can't hear you. Heard him better without the mic.
This guy might be a method actor. His voice changed like crazy as soon as he got the mic. To see that, it was like his game face came
right.
His finger on the button. And now it's backfired, and we have Finland, 832 more miles of NATO there. But how do you do that? How do you control this?
We have a television watcher here, folks. So
that is enabling.
CNN guy?
I think it may be too loud.
From Ukraine and take it
they said
you're in front of the mic. Did you guys test that out?
They said it was real good when you were talking. They said the audio was good. The chat was saying.
This needs to be
the audio.
Like
put the mic closer to your grill, dude.
Democrat thing.
Oh, I'm talking about him.
Die-hard, long-legged Republican. I'll tell you right now, Kevin McCarthy is a fucking worthless piece of shit. You want to know what? That guy gave up all his power. Someone like a Marjorie Taylor Greene, with one vote, could vote him out. So they have insane people. By the way, yes, I've been to Mar-a-Lago, and Trump is a joke. He's a freaking joke. He was there when he announced to everybody, hey, I made you more money. By the way, meet his son Eric. He's a freaking box of rocks. Like, and that's like Mensa candidate for him. I'm not kidding.
You want me to answer? I appreciate the question. So shout out to this man right here. He's a U.S. veteran. That's a sacrifice. Contractor. But still, he's made a sacrifice. He cares about the country. He thinks maybe my information is not that important. I want to answer his question.
It is important, but there's a bigger topic.
So again, I was just talking about 56 and how this all goes back to the Pope. The Pope met with Putin on the 56th day of the year, right after the conflict broke out. And by the way, we predicted accurately what day the conflict would happen before it happened from this knowledge. Now here's what I want you to know. We're going to follow something and get to your question, but I just want you to follow me. I got to give a little context. It's about Russia invading Ukraine. Again, I've been talking about COVID. Look up the Event 201 simulation. Pope Francis is the first Jesuit Pope in the history of the Catholic Church. He's the first to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican. Argentina, his country, just won the World Cup the day after his birthday. The first time I was ever that year, they had to tell you in the news. That the star of Argentina was staying separate from the team in room 201. So going back to the Jesuits, they were actually saved in Russia by Catherine the Great.
Messi was in 201?
Yeah.
Yes.
The killer of Bob Lee, they had to tell you lived in apartment 201. The killer on King Road in Moscow, they had to tell you lived in apartment 201. All these 201s. MLK killed in a Jesuit ritual. First gun control, 201 days, let it go on for days, about 201. But here's the thing, Gematria. The founder of the Jesuits, his name is Ignatius of Loyola, it equals 201. Jorge Mario Bergoglio is Pope Francis, his name equals 201. If you write out the Jesuit order, it equals 201. If you write out the Holy Bible, it equals 201. Yesterday was the anniversary of Ignatius of Loyola becoming the first superior general. The man who blew up the Oklahoma City building on that anniversary. Timothy McVeigh, his name equals 201, like his accomplice Terry Nichols, 201. Elgin Baylor, R.I.P. Elgin Baylor, who died right before Baylor won the championship over Jesuit Gonzaga. Elgin Baylor died on March 22nd during the tournament. The next year, the St. Peter's Peacocks were the Jesuit story, winning on St. Patrick's Day, getting their last win on Peacock Day, and then their highest drafted player ever, Delnardo Webster, just dies out of nowhere on March 22nd, a year to the day of Elgin Baylor. What happened this year at Creighton, the last Jesuit school to be in the tournament? They lost Paul Silas, and they lost Willis Reed.
Who lost?
Willis Reed, Creighton, Willis Reed.
Willis Reed, yeah.
Yeah, Creighton. They lose Willis Reed. And what day does the news break? March 22nd. 3 years in a row, Jesuit players connected to Jesuit rituals in the tournament are all announced dead on the same day. Again, Genesis 3:2 talks about knowing good and evil, the tree of life, the physical model for Kabbalah, where all this number knowledge comes from. It's all biblical, you guys. I'm not saying you gotta believe in the Bible, but knowledge is power. Start to realize people are using that Bible like a football coach calling plays. Let's take down the towers on 11/9 in the majority of the world, where the story ends in Genesis 11:9, about people being divided over a tower. It's not an accident, you guys. Acts 7:6 in the Bible talks about 400 years of slavery. Funny enough, our federal government recognized Black History Month in 76 on the anniversary of the start of the American Civil War. Well, what is it about 76 when you know Gematria? It's like being Roddy Piper and They Live. You put on the glasses and then you realize you just add up the letters. Slave equals 76. Negro equals 76. Blues 76. Rasta 76. Barack Obama 76. A Promised Land 76. Jackie Robinson Day equals 76. This was the year of the 76 Jackie Robinson Day. We said it was Lock City. I put out sports picks. That's how I make my living. It's how I can afford to come down here and speak. Lock City, the Cubs are falling to 7-6 on the 76 Jackie Robinson Day against the Dodgers. And who knocked in the game-winning run at the end of the game? David Peralta, whose name in Gematria equals 76. This stuff goes on night after night, like LeBron winning on the real King James's birthday. Like winning on Father-Daughter Day 41 weeks after his birthday, after Kobe and Gianna died when Kobe was 41, traveling from Catholic Mass, dying on the Pope's 41st day of his age. You guys, I know Kawhi Leonard's got mad game. If the NBA was real, Kawhi Leonard would win the championship every year. But the NBA's rigged. Kawhi Leonard, he got to play second fiddle to LeBron the fraud. Talked to some men who work in this building earlier this morning. Shout out to them. They said they knew I was right because they said they know LeBron is evil. Again, you guys, I can't tell you. You got to come talk to us. We're waiting for people in this community to come talk to us, not just march into the stadium to watch the rigged game. Trust me, the script's already been written. They're going to be talking about it on ESPN tonight. They couldn't have scripted it any better. They do it to it year after year, you guys. One of my favorites from recent times, California related, Joe Montana equals 54. Super Bowl 54 is Joe Montana's teams against each other. It was one Sunday after Kobe Bryant died. Kobe's full name, Kobe Bean Bryant, equals 54. Dead the Sunday before Super Bowl 54. Mahomes wins the game on his 41st pass after Kobe dies at 41. In Gematria's Super Bowl equals 41, like Kobe Bryant, like Golden State, like again Kobe retiring 41 years after his father was drafted, died on the Pope's 41st day of his age, the man who scored 60 in his last game, while the rest of his team scored 41, while he scored 81 points, while the rest of his team scored 41. You guys think it's a coincidence? Look up the day he put out his Kobe after death shoe. He put it out on the day leaving 41 days left in the year. Biblical, synced up with the Pope. Catholic Church said centuries ago they had plans to rule the world, to control the world, to influence the world. Here we are in a nation with Roman architecture everywhere. Everywhere. Letters and numbers. Look at your dollar bill, you guys. The dollar bill, the currency, your liquid assets. They make it as essential as water. Currency, current, money controlling the people, status controlling the people. Standing outside and standing up for justice isn't cool in our society. That's taboo. That's weirdo shit. Going sitting in the game and paying $20 a bear, watching the big game of the predetermined outcome.
LA Live right here. This is LA Live.
That's status. That might get you laid tonight. Put that on your Instagram. Might impress some hotties. See, you guys, that's what's wrong. We care more about getting our dick wet. We care more about putting another man's back in. Hey, you look on that George jersey. What's your number? Are you number 13? Is your name George? What's your name, man? Why are you going there with your name and your number? Guys, they got us living through these celebrities. That's why they did it, what they did with Kobe, and buried him in Corona Del Mar, the coronavirus. They had to attack us because we all know Kobe. Even if we're Kobe haters like I was from Portland, I still respect the way he played basketball. And it hurts when you lose somebody so young, so that could be me. We all grew up with Kobe on the TV. 20 years of basketball. They sunk us with that. Then here comes Gavin Newsom, the Jesuit. Now I'm locking this shit down. Stay home. Live in fear. Put a mask over your face. Don't worry about the cancer warning on the label. Hey, by the way, Pfizer. Hey, don't mind that Pfizer's the most sued company in the history of the world for wrongful death and injury. Anderson Cooper, his segment's sponsored by Pfizer, so it's safe. Go out and take the white label jab. Survive the killer pandemic that's 99.5% survivable. How many of you guys just went out and marched along, put on the mask, got the jab, did what you had to do to buy or sell? Doesn't sound biblical. Put on the mask. Buy or sell. Isn't mask one letter off a mark, like the mark of the beast that you must have if you want to buy or sell? Then this stuff's Catholic, you guys. I'm not saying you don't believe in it. But again, you guys, the first pandemic simulation Flight X was exactly 666 days before the pandemic was declared March 11th. Exactly 666.
The game's rigged. The game you just spent a bunch of money to go watch is rigged.
Oh, are you wearing a mask?
You guys, this man's speaking ignorance. He says nobody has to get jabs, nobody has to wear a mask. All across this nation, there's still laws. Where my sweet lady works, she has to wear a mask at work. They tell her to get a jab unless you can be clever enough to get around it. You know what I mean? I don't want to put her in trouble. But again, it's going on all over the nation. It's going to come back. This guy says it's over, been over for a year. Hey, buddy, just so you know, I wrote a book in 2020, and I said, watch, they'll wind down COVID. They'll wind down COVID when the year of the tiger comes around, just like I started with the year of the rat. Exactly what they did. The year of the tiger came, they just ended the pandemic because it was all for show.
We're going into a big basketball game.
Which is rigged. A rigged game.
You don't have any material. This shit's 2 years
The game's rigged, bro.
Stay ignorant. Stay ignorant.
It's like, oh, it's over now.
Ignorance is bliss. And it leads you to death, too.
By the way, has anybody ever seen that show, Legends of Chamberlain Heights, where Kobe dies in a helicopter? Like 8 years before he died in a helicopter? Should the FBI be looking into the producers of that show? How did they know he was going to die in a helicopter?
The stream. She's so dumb. It drives me nuts, man. She knows that it ruins it, but she calls anyway.
Couple of years, you know, you got like Trump.
You want to call her from my phone?
It's like she's being paid to do this.
Pretending to be a black guy. Anyway, so you got Donald Trump, Jesuit educated. Gavin Newsom, Jesuit educated. Joe Biden, Jesuit. Bill de Blasio, Jesuit. Mario Cuomo, Jesuit.
Let's go, Bill Blasio!
Justin Trudeau, Jesuit. So what are we talking about here? All these guys are from the same club. Now, to answer this man's question over here, he was asking about Putin and Zelensky.
DK.
And Ukraine and
Stonewood.
You wanted to talk about Ukraine and Russia. So Volodymyr Zelensky's not Ukrainian. He's Jewish, actually fake Jewish. But he's pretending to be Ukrainian. And Vladimir Putin's also fake Jewish. So is Joe Biden, so is Trump, so are all these guys. They're all from the same club. So we're being shown a fake war on TV right now, War of the Worlds, like Orson Welles. These guys are all Jesuit actors. Putin was a young, aspiring New World leader coming up for Klaus Schwab-Nabi at the World Economic Forum. Look it up. There's pictures of it all when he looked way younger. They're all actors, folks. The countries are fake. Everything's fake. The flags, the teams. Why do you think the flags are just like the team uniforms? Because it's a game. It's just another holding pen, another zoo where there's different sheep that salute a different flag. Why do you think they make you salute the flag when you're a little kid? Start with the brainwashing there. Bombs bursting in air, right? Put your hand over your heart. They don't tell you how the country got started, though. Murdered 300 million indigenous people here. Brought a bunch of slaves over from Europe trying to escape the Catholic Church. Start a new experiment. So now what are we going to do? We're the last country left with guns. The whole world's watching what we're going to do now. We see the New World Order unfolding. Every single fake leader they got on the television for us is saying, so we can achieve a New World Order. Everybody's looking at the Americans like, hey, you guys are loaded with guns. What are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to take your country back and then we can take ours back? What are we going to do? We're going to keep watching the silly games, the rigged games? The Roman circus? We've been watching this Roman circus for a few thousand years. Red and blue. So, yeah, just to get back to the man's question, I would say all of them are actors. These fake Jewish bankers are originally from what we now call Ukraine or Crimea.
Vicky, I said the same thing.
Bankers from the Khazar Empire. That's why they're bringing it back to where it all started.
DK is just how I pictured him.
Same old crew doing the same stuff. No separation of church and state. Just the church. That's why all the government buildings look like big ass churches.
You guys all know Baldwin. Baldwin, who made his name recently on SNL making fun of Trump. Trump would keep saying he could save Russia, Ukraine. Now remember, you guys, Baldwin smoked the Ukrainian woman, supposedly Helena Hutchins, on the set of Rust, which sounds like Russia.
He's gonna need to take a leak very soon.
Shootout scene.
Right back in, fill that bottle back up.
Dude. Church shootout scene. R.I.P. Brandon Lee, the
That's
son
like
of
2
Bruce
beers.
Lee. Bruce Lee was
Pounded
in
it in
Game of
about
Death.
5 minutes.
Bruce Lee was in Game of Death. He plays the actor Billy Lowe, who's a martial artist in Hollywood, who gets killed on the set of a film. Only for that
Where
guy
you
who
live? You
said
on the
Brandon
beach or what?
Lee in the Crow.
I'm
Brandon Lee was
basically right by
buried
the
on
port.
Alec Baldwin's birthday.
by LA Long
in
Beach Harbor, like
93.
Palos Verdes
On the
Peninsula.
93rd day of the year,
Like it took me
History
an hour to get here.
I do logistics. I do a lot of stuff out of the port.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Science
I heard you say your grandpa worked on the boats or what?
My grandpa worked on fishing boats. He jumped ship during the right after the war. That was the way to get here. Get on a ship and then just don't get back on. You know, when you get off here.
Hey, sorry, man. I just shared the conversation, but I did not answer your question. So Russia, Ukraine, you guys. This man said I should be talking about Russia.
You're over there by
Ukraine,
Trump then? Trump National?
That's the most serious thing right now. Okay.
All kinds of crazy shit over there in the
Alec
area.
Baldwin shot
The guy who
the Ukrainian woman
made the
on
passenger
set of
list
Rust.
for the Titanic's house is
201
there.
days
It's
after
got
his
its own
birthday.
graveyard, dude. A bunch of people died mysteriously
that
there.
death was compared to
Crazy
Brandon
house.
Lee,
Just
which
take
was
chicks
compared
there,
to
dude, to
Bruce
scare
Lee.
'em.
Bruce Lee was buried on the
night, it's
201st day of the year.
Scary.
Frank the
Again,
Tank said to say
Jesuits
what's
were
up.
saved in
Who?
Russia
Frank
by
the Tank.
Catherine the Great, who preserved
Frankie
the order of
Tanky, where you at, buddy?
Look it up, it's facts. Event 201 was the coronavirus pandemic simulation put on 1 month before the outbreak in Wuhan, China, by the Jesuit Klaus Schwab and also Bill Gates, married to Melinda from a family of Jesuit
Got
priests.
better, guys.
Hey, the man shaking his finger. I want you to listen. Hey, if I'm wrong about what I'm saying, let's have a conversation. But here's the thing. Joe Biden, 201 days after his birthday, was visiting the European Union before Russia, Ukraine. 201 days after Biden's birthday. He's a Jesuit. He said, "Don't you dare invade Ukraine, Mr. Putin." Exactly 1 year later, 201 days after Biden's birthday, the headline was, "Russia officially takes over the Donbass region, where the war began." In Gematria, Donbass region equals 201, like the Jesuit order, like Jorge Mario Bergoglio, like Ignatius Loyola. Again, these are important names to the Jesuits. Elgin Baylor went to Seattle U, the Jesuit school. Baylor won the championship 201 days after Elgin Baylor's last birthday, again, who died right before the championship. 201. 201. R.I.P. Lorenzen Wright, dead 201 days after LeBron's birthday. There's so many. Bob Lee's killer. They had to
Sorry,
tell him the news.
Peter.
He lived in apartment 201.
I'm here for you.
But yo, Russia, Ukraine, Vladimir Putin. Hey, the man who asked me to answer this is not listening now. My guy, you came up and asked me to explain this. Biden and Putin met on Pearl Harbor Day, of all days, to discuss Russia-Ukraine, December 7th, 2021. That was in the time of the first ever Jesuit Ignatian year. It was 201 days after the Jesuit Ignatian year began. You weren't listening, so you don't know what it means. You shrug like it's nothing because you weren't listening.
No, I was actually...
Okay, again, the Jesuit order, 201. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, that's Pope Francis, the first to live in Street 201, 201. The founder of the Jesuits, Ignatius Loyola, 201. When Beau Biden died at age 46, he died exactly 201 days before the Jesuit Pope's birthday. And who did the funeral? The head of Georgetown, a Jesuit priest. By the way, hold on. Leo Jeremiah O'Donovan.
Because all you're doing is spouting 201. Spout something Worthwhile. Everybody thinks you're fucking crazy. Talk about worthwhile, bro.
Leo Jeremiah Donovan, you guys should look it up. Jesuit priest at the funeral for Beau Biden and the inauguration for Joe Biden on January 20th, a day written 20/1 in the majority of the world like 201, which is also the 201st day of the U.S.'s age each year. January 20th, inauguration day, is the 201st day of the year in the U.S. Donald Trump just lost his wife. She fell down the stairs 45 years after their marriage, buried her in a Jesuit temple on the 201st day of the year. He's a Jesuit like Biden. Biden is from Scranton, Pennsylvania, home of The Office, the hit show on NBC with Steve Carell, where every episode you see the Jesuits gold prep flag. It ran 201 episodes. Shows the Jesuit flag in every episode. The moon landing on the 201st day of the year. In Gematria, Neil Alden Armstrong equals 201. Like Order of Illuminati equals 201. Founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. The moon is illuminated by the sun. The Illuminati, the illuminated object. These people work in 19-year cycles, like the moon's on a 19-year cycle. That's why Thomas Jefferson said there should be a revolution every 19 years. Like COVID-19, 19 years after 9/11, and the 19 hijackers, war on germs, war on terror. 19 years earlier, the war on drugs, putting darker complected men in cages and making them slave labor for corporations. 19 years before that, JFK, the war on courage. Everybody learned. You speak out, you might get shot. That's what everyone says to me. Been doing this for a decade. I've had to deal with a lot of shit, but I'm like, aren't you worried about dying, Zach? Aren't you? No, I'm not worried about dying. I'm worried about watching this nation get any worse than it has since I've been 18 years old when 9/11 happened. Obvious lie. Can't find the planes, but they got the passports for the 19 hijackers. A man in a cave did it, I'm sure. 19 years before JFK, that was the year we deployed the most troops to World War II. Who funded Hitler?
Hijackers were Saudi Arabians primarily?
Go ahead. I can't hear you.
Would you agree that most of the hijackers are Saudi Arabians?
No.
So, of all the nationalities...
Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabians, right?
They call that the 41st state, man.
I'm asking you.
That's the House of Saud. They're Jewish.
Listen, I want you to look this up. The CIA was established on the 201st day of the Pope's age. The words in the CIA's logo, Central Intelligence Agency, United States of America, equals 201. Their motto, the work of a nation, the center of intelligence, equals 201. These people put their number on everything they do.
That's been shot. Have you ever served?
This is service.
No, have you ever actually held a man's hand when he's dying in your hands, trying to get him out of combat? Have you done that?
I was 18 years old when 9/11.
I'm asking.
Hold on.
A simple
I was
question.
18 when 9/11.
When there were terrorists that were about to blow something up, and we did this undercover to figure it out.
Can I take over for a minute?
And I just came down for the Ranger training games with all the fucking guys that are going over to Ukraine to help. And we do a lot of shit undercover. And you never fucking will appreciate.
I would like to address that question about the terrorists. So, 9/11, 19 terrorists, and 19 years later, COVID-19, right? 19 terrorists, they found the passport.
Where were they from, though? Most of them. Where are most of them from? What nationality?
Well, the television told us they were Saudis, right?
What did their passports say?
You mean the passports that survived that fell out of the plane?
No.
The paper passports?
Investigate who they were. What about Khashoggi? Khashoggi. How about how we are so tight with the Saudis that now Trump's little brother...
Okay, Mr. Filibuster, stop.
No.
The only reason we know about the text art of war, you guys, is because of the Jesuit priest, Father Amiot. There's no proof of Sun Tzu ever existed, but the Jesuit logo is the sun, and we know about that book because of Father Amiot, the Jesuit priest. Now in Gematria, art of war equals 102, like World War.
Trump not like his little
We're having the worst pandemic in 102 years in Spanish flu. Russia-Ukraine starts exactly 102 weeks from COVID. Again, for Mr. Filibuster who doesn't listen and thinks he knows it all, who reminds me of America, how many of you guys knew about Operation Amalgam Virgo, June 1st, 2001? CIA simulation of Osama bin Laden shooting cruise missiles into the U.S. at New York skyscrapers. Operation Amalgam Virgo. Virgo is when 9/11 happened. our government simulated 102 days before 9/11 that Al-Qaeda would attack the U.S. Again, Gematria, the Jesuit practice of coding numbers into words. Learned about it from Manly P. Hall right here from L.A. In Gematria, art of war equals 102, World War 102, Al-Qaeda 102. They simulated that 102 days before 9/11. How about Bush being in office? Remember Skull and Bones 322? Look up Pentagon Maskell. They simulated a plane flying into the Pentagon exactly 322 days before 9/11. That's what his order is called, Order 322 at Yale. They did that simulation October 24th, the day leaving 68 days left in the year. Bush graduated from Skull and Bones in 68. 911 was made the national emergency dialing code in 68. World Trade Center construction began in 68. The New York Jets had their only Super Bowl winning season in the National Fix League, like how the Patriots became the greatest team after 9/11 in the Patriot Act. But again, 1968, also the year they coined coronavirus, also the year they approved fentanyl. What are the three biggest killers in the 21st century? Are young people sent off to war? Are young people addicted to fentanyl, young and old? They said Prince died from fentanyl. Who knows Prince died on 4/21, the Queen's birthday, when in 83 did the song I Would Die For You. Number 4, letter U. That's the way he wrote it. Number 4, letter U. Use the 21st letter. Prince died on 4/21, having written I Would Die For You. Who died that year, the day of the Grammys? Vanity, his ex-girlfriend from Purple Rain, died the day of the 58th Grammys, then he died just days later. They lit up Niagara, Vanity's hometown, Niagara Falls. For Vanity, they lit it up purple. No one got the joke. Vanity, the beauty pageant winner from Niagara Falls, lit up purple at Niagara, while Prince is dead on the Queen's birthday, royalty. These people are getting away with murder, you guys. They're killing the people we love to take down our energy. Getting all these people filing in. We're out here tonight. Justice for Kobe Bryant. Shout out to the Clippers fans. Let's go Kawhi Leonard and the Clips. But yo, Kobe Bryant, everyone needs to know. He died at age 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age, having a career defined by the number 41. And most people don't know he put out a shoe called Kobe After Death on the day leaving 41 days left in the year. Okay, you guys, we're teaching about an old practice, goes back to Babylon, coding numbers into words. Kobe Bryant equates to 41. There's another way to decode it. It actually equals 157. Kobe Bryant died on his 157th day, being 41. They set the All-Star game right after his death. First team to score 157 points. They call this the AEG Center. Is that right, Ralph? AEG?
Yeah, A is the first one.
Yes, A. A is the first letter. E is the 5th. G is the 7th. AEG 157. Kobe Bryant 157. Dead on the 157th day of his age. Then LeBron wins the All-Star game, the first to score 157 points in the first ever All-Star game ever that way. Kobe Bryant also 41. LeBron wins the finals on Father-Daughter Day, exactly 41 weeks after his birthday. And he already had the legacy of winning the championship with the Cavs on the real King James's birthday, June 19th, when King James's son was King Charles, and those who fought for him were Cavaliers. These jokes don't end, you guys. Some Virginia Cavalier players were murdered this year on King Charles' birthday. Those who fought for King Charles were Cavaliers. King Charles is having his coronation this year on May 6th. The last king of England died at age 56. Remind me what LeBron's finals record is, 4-6. I'm not saying he's going to win this year, but the next time he wins, he'll be 5-6. You don't know how special that number is. Come talk to us if you think this is interesting. I'm telling you, this should be the event tonight. If we were a society that was about knowledge and truth and justice, we'd be like, you know what, maybe tonight we shouldn't just focus on the game and some beers and some status. Maybe we should actually find out if they murdered Kobe and Nipsey, Uncle Cliff, Lorenzen Wright, a million other names I could go on about. Literally a million, it's sad. What happened to that young Ohio State quarterback? Ran over by a garbage truck crossing the freeway, really? Is that what happened to Dwayne Haskins? Isn't it weird? DMX, man, a lot of us like DMX because he was real. He had the song 4, 3, 2, 1 with LL Cool J. We get the news on 4, 3, 2, 1. He's pretty much dead. He's like a vegetable. 4, 3. LL Cool J had the GOAT channel on Sirius XM channel 43. In Gematria, GOAT equals 43. The GOAT, Brady, had just won the Super Bowl at age 43. Remember that? The founder, or the man credited with American football, Walter Camp, went to Yale and was a member of Skull and Bones like George W. Bush, the 43rd president. Yale, 4-letter word. Y's the 25th letter, A's the first letter, L's the 11th, E's the 5th. Add up Yale, 43. Bush became number 43. His dad was the 43rd vice president. His brother Jeb Bush was the 43rd governor. Brady goes down to Florida, where Bush was on 9/11, where it came down to that in 2000 for Bush to win the state where his brother was the 43rd governor to make him number 43. Brady goes down there at 43, plays for the team with the crossed swords and skull, a lot like Skull and Bones, which is a skull with crossed bones. You guys, Paul Walker, his first movie, The Skulls, he gets a red Porsche. Dies in a weird red Porsche crash on November 30th. Exactly 5 years to the day H.W. Bush died on November 30th. You guys don't know this, but I said why George H.W. Bush wouldn't live past November 30th, 2 months before he died. I said it the day that McCain died. Both fighter pilots, politicians, World War II survivors, parallel stories, their deaths were connected. But the reason I said Bush wouldn't live past 11/30 is because it's the only day in the year where you can add the month and the day other than in December. Or excuse me, Halloween, no, it's also that way. But anyway, 11 plus 30 is 41. Skull and Bones in Gematria equals 41. He was number 41, but the 43rd vice president. These are numbers of Yale, Skull and Bones. The patterns are deep, you guys. This stuff happens all the time. Look into secret societies, DC, that wasn't always the federal capital. It was once the Jesuit stronghold, that's why Georgetown's there. The Masons went there. Look into the Jesuits. They created modern Freemasonry. Our nation's capital pays homage to secret societies, the occult. DC is known as the Masonic City. The Masonic City. Etched on the Masonic temple is Allah's number. Masonry is based in the Torah, the 4th book of the Torah, which is the first 5 books, if you don't know. The 4th book is titled Numbers. Allah's number. Pythagoras, the Greek. The New Testament written in ancient Greek. All roads lead to Rome, but then they go back to Greece, then they go back to Babylon. Again, that's why in the Bible, the Tower of Babel story ends on Genesis 11:9. The majority of the world writes the 11th day of September, 11:9. We got so divided over that planned ritual where 2 towers became 0, became 1. The biggest tragedy for the nation before Event 201, the COVID simulation, the same day as the military World Games in Wuhan, 1 month before the outbreak. 201. Can't tell you how often they do it. Just did it in Louisville. Louisville, the shooting at building 333, the first of 3 shootings in a week in Louisville. In the 33rd district of Louisville on the 201st day of the representative's age. From this back to MLK, from MLK's assassination to the first major gun control, 201 days later. If you weren't here earlier, this is the number of the Jesuit order. That's why Pope Francis is the first Jesuit Pope and the first to live in Suite 201. That's why in their own history they were preserved by Catherine the Great with 201 Jesuit priests. From 9/11 back to MLK on the anniversary of the actual Martin Luther becoming a Catholic priest, assassinated the same day. Back further than that, all the way back to James Madison. A lot of historians think that maybe he was the agent that undermined us. James Madison, 201. Wrote the Constitution, but as we know, they can always change these laws. Things sound nice, but look at us. Are we free in America? I'm not even free on social media to post a clip of what Bill Gates said in 2010 about our need to reduce population and how we can achieve that. If you don't know about Bill Gates' 2010 TED Talk, Innovating to Zero, and why we need to reduce population, you'll be amazed at what he said for how we can do it. I literally can't say it out loud right now because they'll take down what we're trying to achieve to get people to motivate and come out. You go listen to what Bill Gates said. I'll give you a hint. His dad was into eugenics, and right across the street from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in Seattle is the world's biggest needle. So I'll let you use your imagination for what Bill Gates might have said, a main sponsor of Event 201, about how we can reduce population. He didn't mince words. He said we need to do that. He said we need to make gas $5 to $10 a gallon. He said we need to get into Russia and get their secure nuclear stockpiles because he has a new, very effective nuclear energy method that's going to get us all the energy we need in the world. If you guys don't know what Bill Gates' idea is for nuclear energy, maybe you should look into it because it's creepy. He says we need to build huge silos in the ground, dump in all this spent fuel, and essentially just send in a trigger mechanism to set it off. Maybe he's right. It says it'll burn for years in the ground and can power cities like Los Angeles for 50 years. That's what he says. But he said we need to go into Russia to get their spent stockpiles because that's where the majority is. What's going on in the world really right now? All this Russia-Ukraine stuff with 201. All this COVID stuff with 201. 9/11 with 201. All this fear all these years, 201. They gotta tell you Bob Lee's assassin lived in apartment 201. Again, since it's relevant, I'm gonna talk about Bob Lee up in San Francisco, your northern neighbor. Murdered on 4/4 in a stabbing. The same day, a 44-year-old cyclist who's a USA racing champion dies in an accident. Here's the thing about Bob Lee. He created Square, a four-sided object, to die on 4/4, and he created CashApp. Go back and look what was on the Ides of March 15th, to remember the stabbing of Caesar in 44 BC. The Federal Reserve put out a memo for us, for those of us who look into things. They said by July, their voluntary electronic currency will be up, Fed now, by July. But they said they're going to begin certifying it the first week of April. Well, who's dead in the first week of April on 4/4? Again, Ides of March, Caesar in 44 BC. Who's dead? Bob Lee, who was 43 years old, meaning he was his 44th year of life, but he's dead on that day. Of all days, a fateful day, the day MLK was assassinated. Again, MLK Jr. was named after Martin Luther, the Protestant Reformation leader, only to be murdered on the anniversary of Martin Luther becoming a Catholic priest on the 95th day of the year when Martin Luther wrote the 95 Theses. That tells you who murdered JFK. This Jesuit-controlled nation, this Jesuit-controlled government. A lot of you guys remember the O.J. Simpson trial, but who knows, during the O.J. Simpson trial, MLK's family had a court ruling where a judge said his family, or MLK, was murdered in a government conspiracy. Almost nobody knows that, but they all know about O.J. Simpson. Come on, man. What's more important? There needs to be justice for all things, but the killing of MLK? Come on, man. Passing it to the smarter man here.
Now he's gonna make me look dumb when I fumble. Let's go back to 9/11, because we're still living under the cloud of that fraud. Where did McLovin go? I wanted to talk more about what he said about the so-called 19 hijackers with the plastic utensils.
He wasn't getting paid enough to stick around.
I'm looking at what she's saying. I thought she was going to over the curb.
So they told us planes hit the buildings and went right through them like butter. How did the aluminum planes go through the concrete and steel I-beam building? And then they told us that the kerosene vaporized the buildings, turned them into pixie dust. But yet, when you got the tiki torches in your backyard, the kerosene doesn't even melt the aluminum housing or the fake wicker plastic design on the outside, but it could take down the biggest buildings. How's that possible? Has there ever been a plane crash where there's no plane other than in the ocean? Yeah, you're right, sir. Science took the planes down. And then we had that other building, Building 7, that came down much later in the day. And then there was a reporter that actually said it went down while it was still standing behind her a few hours beforehand on the BBC. How did she know? Did they do that on purpose, or did they make a mistake and had her report the future, what they were about to do. You ever seen all the other plane crashes when there's really a plane crash? There's plane parts all over the place, luggage, clothes all over, seats, body parts. But in the middle of Manhattan, there's nothing. No plane parts, no people parts. Only passports survive, paper passports. Which obviously, if they did get them, they would have got them through our government anyways. So they showed us 19 hijackers on the television, allegedly, who existed. And then it came out later, some of them are still alive, working as airline pilots in other countries, asking why their pictures on TV. And then they showed us pictures of Osama bin Laden, at least 5 different Osamas, when in reality, Osama was a CIA asset named Tim Osman, who probably died 9 months before 9/11. That's why he was in a cave where we can't see him. The boogeyman's always in the cave. You know, like Plato's cave. So they showed us the boogeyman and told us he came from a cave. They got us over here. And then they turned everyone in to go attack the Taliban, right? Why did we go attack them? They had stopped the poppy production, right? Then we go attack the Taliban and take them out and restore the poppy production. Remember the NFL player Pat Tillman, who came back and said, "Hey, we're only guarding poppy fields over here. I'm gonna lead a people's rebellion against this." And then he was killed. They said later it was friendly fire. Another guy who committed suicide, 2 shots to the back of the head. How do you commit suicide with 2 shots? Then, as soon as that happens, then all of a sudden we got a huge opium pandemic all across the world, especially in the United States, and the pharmaceutical companies' record profits. So from that, we got to say, wait a minute, the military works for the pharmaceutical companies. They just went and they just went over there and set up shop, and now they're selling it to everybody. And they're the ones telling us you can't go to work, you can't leave your house, you can't go in the store without wearing a diaper on your face.
I just got to interrupt you guys because, again, you'll never look at sports the same way again if you look into the information we're talking about. A lot of these men kind of grinning and walking by in the 8-1 jersey. It just reminds me of Kobe's career high 81 points. You guys learned Gematria. You'll never look at sports the same way again. Kobe Bean Bryant, his full name equals 81. Career high 81. You know what's messed up? If you read out Mark of the Beast equals the same thing. And that was Kobe's 666th career game. What are the odds of that? That Kobe had his career high of 66, or his career high of 81 in his 666th NBA game. He promoted the 666 workout. 666, you guys. We know, even if we're not about the religion, we know that number. It's the number of a man. All things are dualistic. It's not all bad. Number of a man, but the number of the beast. Again, you guys, you got to take the mark. If you want to buy or sell in Revelation, you got to take the mark 666. Tell me, does mask sound like mark? How many people had to do a mask, and maybe even more, maybe they had to do a jab if they wanted to buy or sell? How many people know that the same people who simulated coronavirus with Event 201 and Clade X, how many people know that the first coronavirus simulation done by the feds in this nation was May 15, 2018, exactly 666 days before the pandemic was declared? 666. What are the odds of that? Their second simulation event 201 happened on October 18th, 10/18. Remember Lil Nas X? DMX died on Lil Nas X's birthday. Go figure. And then he announced he was putting out his Satan shoes. And DMX told us in Belly that he sold his soul to Satan, but the price was cheap. I think DMX wanted us to know that when he went, for us to think about that he put it in his lyrics, that he put it in his movies. Black Rob and DMX died 24 years after recording 24 Hours to Live days apart. You never heard DMX and Black Rob on 24 Hours to Live? Listen, it's about what you're going to do before you die. on the same song with Puff Daddy, who so many people died around, including Biggie, out here in Cali, with his Life After Death album, Life After Death. Come talk to us. I'll tell you all about Tupac and Biggie and what they did to him.
Tell them about Snoop. My mama won't live to see 20.
Oh, yeah. God, but I don't have it off the top of my head right now, man. Things to go over, yeah. Again, you guys, my friend right here is reminding me to talk about something, but I spaced it. I can't remember it right now. We're gonna be out here in LA for the next 3 days. A lot of us traveled from out of state. Eddie, you guys, we came out here to drop real knowledge and information to wake people up to how evil it is. If we don't care about evil, if we don't care about justice, and we're gonna march into a stadium where they have rigged games and they literally ritually sacrifice their greatest players, like Elgin Baylor, dead right before Baylor won the championship. I'm gonna say it again. Elgin Baylor died on 3-2-2 before Baylor won the championship. 1 year later, Delnardo Webster died on 3-2-2 right after his team, the St. Peter's Peacocks, went on this crazy winning streak, started on St. Patrick's Day, ended on Peacock Day. This year, Creighton loses their superstar, Willis Reed. They announced it on March 22nd. What do all three of these men have to do with the tournament? All dead on 3-2-2 as their teams exceed expectations. And they all went to Jesuit schools. The first March Madness was the Catholic school Villanova over the Jesuit school Georgetown. Georgetown in the city of Roman architecture, the Roman Colosseum, rigged sports, rigged news, ritual murder, like how it was back in biblical times. Coolio dead on the 46-year anniversary of Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise sample coming out. Then they put out his cause of death on 4/6, like the 46th anniversary. It's biblical. Genesis 46 is about sacrifice. In Gematria, sacrifice is 46, like Catholic, like the 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament, like the first Catholic president, JFK, dead at 46, like Joe Biden elected exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. And as I see people walk by and laugh and point and make fun as they go into the rigged game, I think, man, how backwards people are. Make fun, walk on by. Who sung that song? Who sung Walk On By? I know the Far Side did, Passing Me By. There's a lot of people passing me by today who think this is a joke. They're gonna realize one day the joke's on them. You guys, there's a serious agenda that's meant to undermine our quality of life, our right to life, our right to be free, and not under the watchful eye of government and surveillance and digital currency where they got you for every last tax penny you owe, or you know an IRS fine is coming. You guys, just wait till they got social credit scores. They're doing it in other parts of the world. Understand the Jesuits have been in China for longer than the U.S. has been a nation. Rome conquered this earth, and it's our responsibility to see it and fight for our rights and make it a better world. Everyone should care about every child who in the last 10 years had to go to school afraid of a shooting every day. That's because of the nonstop propaganda waged by this cabal that wants these people coming up with fear. Nothing but fear. Be afraid of each other. Be afraid of germs. Be afraid of mass shooters. Be afraid of killers. Fear, fear, fear to give up your rights and liberties. Are you not entertained? Don't worry about your loss of rights and liberties. The Clippers are in the playoffs. All 4 Cali teams are out here. We can go back outside. COVID was a year ago. We're on to better days. You guys, the people who rule over us, they're smart and clever. They gotta let us go back outside, enjoy life a little bit. But rest assured, if we don't stop the agenda that's in place, that 2 years of lockdowns and whatever it was, it can become a lot longer than that. It can become the new normal. It can become the everyday. For some people, it still is. Still see people walking around with their masks on. Oh my God, take a breath. You have an immune system. Be a human being. Stop living in fear. Turn off the TV. Turn off the TV. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. They couldn't have scripted it any better. We don't even blink an eye at these phrases they say on TV all the time. We're getting programmed like computers. We're watching scripted news, scripted games. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, America. We gotta do better, Los Angeles. We gotta do better, every city.
What he wanted to say earlier was, you guys remember when Snoop Dogg said, "My mama won't live to see 22"? And then she died right before 22 at the end of 2021? And then what about Prince? Right before Super Bowl 56. And then what about Prince? "I will die for you." 4 in the letter U is 21st letter. He died on 4/21. How did he know when he was going to die? Who's going to win tonight in the scripted game? Clippers, huh?
Why ain't he even playing?
The game's starting, so everyone died down. If you notice. Yeah, there's still people. Oh yeah, God, I forgot that one. You got that one off the top of your head?
How many Clippers fans like LeBron? You guys like LeBron? Maybe not. Who noticed when LeBron set the points record with 38 points on the 38th day of the year, surpassing Kareem in his it was a record in the 38,000 point range. Well, hold on, forget the other 38.
He scored 38 when he was 38 years old.
The record lasted 38 years.
Yeah, Kareem.
You guys, the record lasted 38 years. LeBron passed Kareem. Kareem set the record the year LeBron was born, 1984. 38 years later, LeBron scores 38 at age 38 to pass the record in the 38,000 point range. Doesn't that sound a little bit scripted? How long did LeBron sat out for some questionable injuries? You're like, come on, he's a big, strong man. He can't be out for that long with that. You guys, because their careers are scripted. They're scripted to make the ritual line up. Dirk Nowitzki's gone forever. Comes back against the Celtics and beats Larry Bird's record on his first game back. That's a script, you guys. They're clowning you. You're literally watching ESPN tonight. You're watching the game. The announcer just said it again. They couldn't have scripted it any better. They win the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce comes out, you guys. Travis Kelce playing his brother. City of brotherly love, Philadelphia. After the game, he goes, couldn't have scripted it any better. He picked up his, his 87th, what was it again? Did he pick up his 87th road career, or I think they're road career touchdown, wearing 87? Again, you guys, it's so sick. And remember, Len Dawson, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, died this year on Kobe Bryant Day, August 24th, only for the Super Bowl to be Kansas City versus Kobe City, Philly. LeBron passed Kobe in points scored in Philadelphia the night before Kobe died. LeBron won the championship for the Cavs on the real King James's birthday, June 19th, when King James's son was King Charles, and those who fought for King Charles were called Cavaliers. And we think this is a coincidence? You guys, we need an IQ test. We need a litmus test. We need to find out what's wrong with us. Why are we just thinking everything's a coincidence? You guys, we are being made fun of by a ruling class. You ever seen those articles they put out every now and then? That 100 people in this country have as much wealth as the rest of us? This is a nation of 300 million. You mean to tell me 100 people got as much wealth as the rest of us? You don't think these people have influence in the world? The reason they have so much money is because all we do is buy their products. All 300 million of us shop Coca-Cola, Gatorade, Amazon. We're giving all of our money as a people to them because that's what we see. That's what's in our mind. So we learned about on the TV between commercials. You know, go buy this again, buy another car. By the way, hey, just real advice. Those of you guys trying to figure out how to become a millionaire, take $700 a month car payment. Don't have that for 30 years like most Americans, and see how much money you'd make investing $700 a month with compound interest over 30 years. You'd be a millionaire several times over. We didn't learn that in school. We didn't learn in school how to be smart with our money and get ahead. We learned how to go out and buy stuff, have status, have the nicest whip to get the cutest girl. We learned it all in the school system. We get indoctrinated. We get about the wrong things. We know that we get out of line. People look at us funny.
55th between like.
Zach, you shouldn't be questioning the moon landing. You sound like a
I'm gonna try to
weirdo.
come out. I gotta work Saturday.
Just go flirt with that cute girl.
I don't know.
I know why you guys march back, because it's that same high school mindset.
Probably.
Be cool. Don't question nothing. Go with the flow. Be about whatever's marketed.
Connect on IG or something before we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta change this, you guys. Spelling, spells. I've been asking myself. I gotta be honest, you guys. The average American still, it's over 20 years after 9/11, and the average American still doesn't know about Building 7, the third building to fall the day of 9/11 for unexplained reasons. 7 hours later in the day, the building, they had the federal documents for Enron case, for the WorldCom case, the two biggest supporters of George W. Bush, getting number 43 in the election where it came down to his brother's state, where he was the 43rd governor, his daddy was the 43rd vice president. But again, the two biggest supporters of him, their federal cases, documents were in the third building to fall in New York City on the day of 9/11 that didn't get hit by a plane. And most of America doesn't know about any of this, and it's all facts. The Bush family was literally in the Carlisle group of the Bin Ladens, meeting a block away from the World Trade Centers the day of 9/11. America still doesn't know this, and it's facts. You guys know on YouTube, a decade ago before the censorship, there used to be 1 million videos on there of firefighters in New York the day of the 9/11 attack telling everybody that they're not telling the whole truth because bombs were going off. Now YouTube and Google scrubbed it all. They get to control what information we can know about. Those firefighter videos, they allowed them for what, 15 years? Not even that. 12 years? They let us look at it for 12 years. Still most of them don't know, but now it's all scrubbed. You want to go listen to JFK's speech about secret societies? You can't find that on Google anymore. They buried that in the algorithm. They don't want us to know anything other than Crypto.com Arena is the new name for Staples Center. Go get a Clippers jersey, drink a beer, buy a new Chevy, you know, whatever. Get a new computer, a new smartphone. That's what's acceptable in America. Go be a guinea pig for Pfizer.
Go consume.
Did you hear Anderson Cooper before he went to the segment sponsored by Pfizer? Anderson Cooper said, "You're not a real man." It's funny to hear that from Anderson Cooper. I heard he's a bottom, if you know what that is. There's a lot of them up in my city, Seattle. You know, his mom, the Vanderbilt, died the night before Vanderbilt won the College World Series. Had a CIA internship. It was just an internship, says Anderson. But he says, if you're not a real man, if you don't go bend over for Pfizer and wear your slave muzzle. And then it goes to commercial break. This segment sponsored by Pfizer. I mean, who's going along with that? You guys are better down here, I gotta tell you. Up in Seattle and Portland, everybody still got their mask on. Like, when are we gonna take this thing off, man? How long are we gonna live in fear for?
You're on fire, Zach. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can't blow your voice on the first day, man.
I gotta get some lozenges. No weed smoke the rest of the way too. I need to learn to talk calmer because the mic projects.
Right.
So many things to improve on, but you know how you get better by coming out here and doing it.
Of course.
It's like I'm going to do a hybrid, but in So yeah, I mean, we got people. I mean, it'd be nice if there was a bunch of people standing around listening, but we got people.
I mean, I'm down to wait around. We'll get them on the way out.
Yeah.
Whenever this is over.
I'm not going anywhere. I came out here for you.
Same.
Does anybody else want to speak? Does anybody have a question? Want to use the mic? I feel like you got something to say. No? So. I have my fucking 5-gallon bags too. It's like this big. Yeah, you got a lot.
Check.
The little square.
Oh.
In the language of Gematria, Kobe Bryant equals 157. He died on his 157th day of age. He released his first Wizard book 157 days before his last birthday.
Dude, I think I just seen your fucking brother riding a bike on Western with like an enormous fucking vaporizer bag.
Staples Center equals 157.
Like, oh yeah, he fucking.
because I got, you know,
AEG
and he's
built
riding a bike and shit's
Staples
like
Center. They also flattened all this land right here in 98, 99 and built LA Live. AEG. A is the first letter. E is the fifth letter. G is the seventh. And they got their agent, Kobe Bryant, 157 in here. Got everybody to love him and took him away. He was in a mini movie called If You Lose This Road Game, You Don't Go Home, in the language of Gematria. If you lose this road game, you don't go home equals 157. In that movie, he has a bomb in a basketball, throws it up to Kanye West. The helicopter falls and crashes on a basketball court with a Nike symbol right across.
Kobe says legends never die, or he says legends
They dedicated the All-Star Game to Kobe Bryant in 2020. They set the target score to 157. First time they ever set a target score was set at 157. Another secret nod to Kobe Bryant and his death.
Killed it. Killed it.
Hey, just follow my man Ralph. Again, you guys, Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words. Look this up. It's all true. We're not BSing. Kobe Bryant equals 157. Dead on his 157th day of his age. The word accident is 157. His nickname of his father, Jelly Bean, 157. What are the odds that the All-Star Game they set a target score of 157? Again, he's in a short film called The Black Mamba that has the slogan, "You lose this road game, you don't go home." Gematria of 157. The poster of that movie is an exploding helicopter, just like Chamberlain Heights. There's an episode of Kobe dying in a helicopter crash. All this is before he dies. He's got all his rings. He dies at 41. LeBron wins the championship exactly 41 weeks after his birthday, after Kobe dies at 41. On the Pope's 41st day of his age while traveling from Catholic Mass, and we know the Colosseum goes back to Rome. Seriously, let's put on our thinking caps and really think about, is this stuff a coincidence or is there some kind of ritualism going? How about a big band? Aren't the Red Hot Chili Peppers from here? Are the Red Hot Chili Peppers from LA?
LA, they're from LA.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers, you guys. LA band, so I'm from Seattle. I had to double check. But what's their album called?
Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic.
Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic.
Adrenochrome.
This stuff's not just album covers. They're clues about what's going on in the world. Magic, ritualism, murder, ritual sacrifice for power. These are beliefs. You don't have to agree with them, but they go back to Babylon. You guys, they're sacrificing our favorite stars at a young age, left and right. Happens to people of all races, but if you pay attention, they tend to have a darker complexion. We need to notice, you guys, something sick is going on. Elgin Baylor was lucky to be older. Dead at 86, right before Baylor wins the championship with 86 points. Not a nice number, 86. Ask Hiroshima about 86. Ask about all the people that have been 86th in this world. Again, you guys, LA? LA, man. You guys remind me of my home city. Nobody cares anymore, man. The world's changed. People don't care about truth. They just want to be entertained. We can't just march on while tyranny rules over us.
Are you not entertained?
Exactly. Again, you guys.
I learned something.
16th century, it's the homework tonight after the game. 16th century, Protestant Reformation, Jesuitism, the calendar, the language. What happened here? The people escaping Catholic tyranny, starting this country, giving us a First and Second Amendment to protect ourselves from the tyrants that like to control speech and behavior and beliefs and kill people who disagree. Again, these warnings have been put out for centuries about the Catholic Church and the Jesuits ever since the Protestant Reformation. And like they say, those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it. We are being conquered by Rome. by an order. Gavin Newsom, the Jesuit, getting a big part of that order. Might be president one day, old Gavin. Pretty much got to be a Jesuit to get to the throne, so he's got that going. And he governs over a state that's a lot bigger than most of the nations of the world. You guys don't get it. He tells you to stay home and give up your rights and liberties, and then he's caught with his buddies doing what you can't at the French Laundry. They tell us that. Where are the Jesuits from? They're from Paris, France. Again, COVID, simulated by a Jesuit. Who's the pandemic blamed on in the NBA? Rudy Gobert, the Frenchman. People aren't picking up on the jokes. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. So, anyway, if you are listening, maybe not engaging with us, maybe just listening from a distance, please look up what I'm talking about. Find out I'm not tripping. Find out we haven't lost our minds. We're out here for something righteous. We're trying to make this a better world, and it's not going to happen watching games. There's a time we got to be adults. I love these games. I grew up playing all the American sports. I had the same dream most of us do, be a sports star. My mom used to say, Zach, you're too small. It's not going to happen. She was right. But again, we got these same ideas and dreams in our head. I wish now, I love the games, but I wish when I was younger I had been introduced to this knowledge. More knowledge to help me see what was really going on in this world and how I was being manipulated so I could do something about it. And when I found this knowledge, thanks to Manly P. Hall, a longtime educator who has a building in tribute to him here in this city, again, I learned from him what I come and teach to you. We all need to learn from each other, work together, help each other out, become about making a better world instead of being controlled by what's constantly spoon-fed to us. Go to the basketball game, wear a Clippers jersey, wear a Lakers jersey, wear another man's name on your back instead of your own name. Be more about Kawhi Leonard than your own life. You guys should look into what happened to Kawhi Leonard's dad. I'll save it for Saturday. You guys remember the NBA draft just a few years ago? The announcers made a big point about the coincidence of how nearly every first-round pick had lost at least one parent, some of them both. These guys are 18, 19, 20 years old. How many of us have lost both of our parents by the time we're teenagers? It does happen. Sorry to anyone that did happen to. That's terrible. But it happens a lot to people that get paid millions of dollars to play games that distract the masses, that make a lot of money for the casinos. Of course, if the games were real, we'd know who's going to win the game. Just like when you have a court in LA and some ballers out there, the kings of the court, they stay the kings of the court because they're the best. Some scrub squad doesn't come up and beat them by 20 like sometimes happens in the NBA. How'd the first place team just blow the 15-point favorite that everybody thought was a lock and lose by 20 tonight? That doesn't happen in real basketball. 16 seeds don't beat 1 seeds. In Division I basketball, when you have a team of NBA players and a team of guys that look like me, unless it's rigged and scripted. You guys, it all goes back to Rome. That's why the first March Madness was the Catholic school Villanova over the Jesuit school Georgetown. By the way, this year, you guys, go back and watch the Hashim to Beat Coke commercial. They kept showing it to you all tournament. Hashim to Beat. Went to UConn, played in Houston where the Final Four was, grew up in Houston. In 2011, he was on the Rockets. UConn won the championship. This year, UConn beat San Diego State. They'd only played them one time in 2011. That's Kawhi Leonard's school, San Diego State. Again, you guys, 84th tournament. UConn wins 84 days after the state's birthday as the coach becomes 8-4, winning their opening game against Iona. They paused the game before the 84th points to take down the Nets for UConn like you do when you win the championship. They simulated the rigged outcome of the tournament in game 1. And here's how scripted it was. It was UConn's 120th season. They outscored all 6 opponents by 120 points. And in Gematria, Hashim to beat equals 120. This stuff goes on every year, you guys. Last year again, Kansas, only team to score 83 points in the opening round, wins the 83rd tournament. Bathroom bill in the Carolinas cost Charlotte the All-Star game. both Carolinas win the March Madness tournament. The bathroom bill was about who can use what restroom. Can a guy who identifies as a woman now go in the woman's restroom because he feels more comfortable in there? The NBA said that's so bigoted to not let that man go in the bathroom. They lose the All-Star game, but then both Carolinas win the tournament, and the women's team they refer to as the Lady Cocks. The Lady Cocks. Who can a man with a cock who identifies as a lady go in the bathroom? If you have a problem with that, you're a bigot. Something's wrong with you. That's what they're trying to do in this world. And you know what? I think we should have a discussion. To me, it seems a little bit weird. I never thought growing up, I was born in the 80s, I never thought growing up this would be a conversation. Can men who identify as women go in the women's restroom? But let's have the conversation. I never imagined it. I never imagined that college men would want to identify as a woman to play women in sports. I never thought that would ever happen. But now that's part of this new normal as well. Have I told you guys that in Gematria, Caitlyn Jenner equals 201? The number of the Jesuits that put this number all over history, from 9/11 to COVID, to Russia, Ukraine, to the latest scare propaganda mass shooting. These guys know how to divide us. They know how to manipulate our minds. You know, I have a young, sweet niece. She doesn't want to be called a niece anymore. She wants to be my nephew. You know? That's happening because of what's going on in this society right now, you guys. All this pressure on teenagers. It's cool. It's cool to make a big drastic change to your body at a young age when we're so impressionable. When we rush to things to fit in that maybe we look back when we're older and say, you know, I shouldn't have done that. How many young people right now rushing out for the surgery, maybe when they're 30 years old, they're like, you know what, I made a big mistake. You guys know where this fits in? Again, the same people who did Event 201, the COVID simulation, they're the same people who've talked about why we need to reduce population for climate change, and again, it's a big club that we're not in that George Carlin talked about. But you start to look at everything that's going on. You know, don't go out and intermingle. Stay in your cubicle with your mask on and be safe from germs.
It's a golf course race.
Go out and, you know what? You know what, young people? Right now, we know there's a big push in this country to make it really cool and hip to be homosexual, and that's fine. I'm not against homosexuals. But where's the parallel with like people not intermingling, not procreating, being gay, being transgender? I see a pattern how all of this will reduce birth rates, which fits in with what they want for Agenda 2030. If you guys don't know what Agenda 2030 is, look it up, it's real. How are they going to reduce global emissions? Part of that conversation is reducing population. And something that scares me, because I know how these psychopaths are, they say a big way to reduce pollution by 2030 is to reduce poverty. And the sad thing is, I think about COVID, and I think about how they told poor people that they were more susceptible to the virus, and they should be the first one to go out and get jabbed. And they're commonly talking to darker complected people. Again, Bill Gates was part of this Event 201. Look up the Tuskegee syphilis experiment in history. 201 men in the control group. It's got a really cool. Get if you just got here. 201. A number to know. A number of an order. The Jesuits. That's why the first Jesuit Pope lives in Suite 201, and the Jesuit Klaus Schwab puts on Event 201. And Kobe dies at the start of coronavirus and is buried in Corona del Mar. And from his birthday to the day they declared the pandemic was 201 days. They blamed it on China.
Your hand fall off?
Who remembers the Chinese?
Did your hand fall off?
China Lake military base epicenter quake of 7.4. That was 201 days before the first case of COVID confirmed in the U.S. from China. Military agendas. The Jesuits of military order. Jesse Ventura, the WWE man, the governor, who told us on his show back in the day, conspiracy theory, that when he was
Get a view of
Navy SEAL, they were literally planting bombs in oceans, in the ground, with the purpose of creating earthquakes. Here's the funny
DK
thing
has taken over the production.
on 7.4 in Southern California. In Gematria, Nuclear equals 74. Weapon equals 74. Energy equals 74. Hermetic principle. Everything carries a vibration. Everything affects energy. Every shape, every sound, every letter, every number, every color. 74. This nation's birthday is 74. All these words equal 74. Holiday 74. Occult 74. English 74. Gematria 74. There's a song, Gematria the killing name. The word killing 74. 3 of the first 5 presidents dead on 7-4. What are the odds of that? Kobe Bryant dead in the 74th NBA
What's up,
season.
Jason?
The Event 201 pandemic simulation, October 18th. The day leaving 74 days left in the year. Kerry Mullis, who was starting to speak out, dead at that same time at age 74.
If you guys got questions for me, put them in the chat right now because I can see it.
In the 90s, he said, Anthony Fauci is a fraud. He takes my PCR test, he manipulates it for the sake of agendas. He said he'll connect anything if there's enough money in it. He said that's Kerry Mullis invented PCR test. He said my test, it works, but it can be manipulated. Anthony Fauci is a bad guy. He's not a real doctor. He's a criminal. Kerry Mullis dies right before COVID at age 74. Imagine if he was alive, you guys. He nearly won all kinds of scientific honors. He's a well-known name in the scientific community. He would have been here to tell us what was going on. He would have been here to speak out for his PCR invention, but just dies. And you know what they said he died from?
Yeah, I got a couple YouTube channels.
What do they sometimes call COVID?
One is called
Pneumonia.
State of the Consciousness, and the other one is called You Are God and So Am I. I like EYE.
There's a serious agenda.
State of the
and not
consciousness.
Enough of us care. And because not enough of us care, again, you know, those phrases, reap what you sow. But I tell you to look at every child in this nation right now.
Oh, sorry
it's not
about
right.
that.
The adults aren't doing their job. They think going to
Like
the
State of the
games,
Union,
going
State of the
to
Consciousness, yeah.
Every child is suffering for that right now.
It's a baby. It looks like a baby. That's the nope. Like an actual picture of a baby.
Mask on. This isn't good for our children. They're learning to be afraid and to have some authority come save them when they don't realize that authority perpetrated the threat.
That's how bad they got me. You're gonna have to fucking scroll down like 10 pages and shit.
Trying
to put you on the bottom of the list and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Intimidation. Government by
I don't even post videos anymore because of that shit.
You said you had another one also?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
You Are God and So Am I, but I EYE.
They know how to keep us content even though we all know everything's wrong. Just give us the game, some Cheetos, something nice to smoke on, something nice to sip on, some nice women to look at. By the way, that's the other thing going on, man.
And so am I.
People need to go out and reconnect. We all know.
No, EYE.
EYE?
I like on your eye on your face.
Okay.
You are God and so am I.
So people are like, you know what? I don't gotta deal with that woman drama anymore.
Okay.
I got some nice ladies on
No.
my screen tonight.
Back. Back one more. Am like AM.
It's not supposed to be this way, but they gotta plan this
AM
way.
like M.
They could interfere.
Space.
Climate change.
EYE.
What they really want is just total control over humanity. They want to be the ruling class forever, while we're all enslaved.
It'll be,
and
I
have
think
less
that
and
one's a
less
baby as well.
Of what we should have.
They shadow banning you or what?
None of those, no. Like the
you know what, you missed $20.
you know, the little tile. Oh, go down. No, I mean, sorry, go up. Was that it?
How much do we pay?
One more.
Taxes on everything. I thought this country was fun.
No,
What
I thought I
happened
saw
to
one
us,
of mine.
man?
No.
They taught us in slave school that supposedly this country came out of revolution over too much taxes.
That's how fucked up
we don't
it
got
is,
too
dude.
much taxes. They were mad about tax on tea.
I could probably
We got
find it if
tax
you give me
on
your phone, but
everything.
you want to hold on to this for a
Wanna go
second?
buy a
Yeah.
ticket, a popcorn, a beer, you got
Grab this
tax
thing
on
first.
all of it.
Oh, there you go.
Every
Grab
last
both.
thing.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Come on, man. Tolls all over the road. I was in San Francisco, they got tolls, expensive everything. They got cop cars from 1990. I couldn't believe it. I thought, where the hell is all San Francisco's tax money going? Potholes in the roads, old cop cars. That's what we should be spending our money on anyway. But I'm just saying, where's the money going, man? The ruling class thieves from us. They know we won't say anything about it if we're just happy enough. Popcorn, beer, ball game. Ball game. That's all it took for them to win and keep us just parked on our ass.
This is just coming up all kind of like shit, like this is coming up. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Let me get out of this. Let me see what's happening.
I think it's rap, but I'll have to.
Yeah, I was curious.
Doesn't it usually have a thing where you could look up here if it's channels and shit like that? There's nothing that says channels. Usually if you hit channels, like that's the name. Now it's just searching that forever through everything, even if it's like just in the video or in the name, so that it'll never pop up. But usually, is this an iPhone?
Yeah, that's a Droid.
Samsung. That's why I don't know how to use it. Normally on iPhones it says channels, and then when you search, you hit channels, like because you're searching the name of a channel specifically.
You know what's crazy? That 81. I know the 81, but right when he first got on the mic, we were recording it, and he starts with Kobe, and that 81 passes right by. You were here, right? And I pointed out.
Just go on my
You go on social media, or
yeah, go on my Facebook. Then I'll just send it to you in Messenger.
Okay, no doubt. I got you.
Go. I don't know how to use this phone. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm
Okay,
trying
I'll
to
add you.
go
I got
do
you.
something else and it ain't responding.
We were just talking about the organic stuff. Because he said something organic happened yesterday.
What am I looking for?
Or where are we at now?
Facebook?
Oh yeah, Facebook. Go to DANNY space VON. There it is. This the second one down. See, yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's me.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Danny, for sure. Man, pleasure to meet you.
You too.
You live out here in Los Angeles, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really close to here though. It took me like an hour to get here.
Oh, okay. A little bit out of the
Traffic and shit.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I left at 5, got here about 6, and then took about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to get parking and get over here, you know?
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
It was crazy busy when I rolled up.
Oh yeah,
Traffic-wise.
game and shit, and plus traffic general, plus already people coming this way.
Yeah.
And shit, yeah.
Well, just the streets. It was nuts. Everybody's getting off work.
Yeah.
How long has it been going? Does it tell you how long it's been going? Oh, 157 minutes.
Say it again?
157 minutes. What is that? That's not even 3 hours. Is it? Yeah, 180 is 3 hours. So yeah, we're only a few hours in. What time is it right now?
It's like probably after 8:30 or something like that.
8:12.
8:12.
Yeah, I did the last one. They just had it on Sunday. Yeah, but it was behind. It was a weird route.
I wonder if we can see from over here. Can we see the score?
Did you go?
Nah, we can't see the score.
Jason got me stand up. Yeah. No, I just see everybody on there.
You guys want a tour? Your voice all right?
Oh, you want it back?
No. It's good. There's nobody right now. We're kind of echo chambering.
Yeah.
At halftime, people come out again onto that patio. Maybe we could talk at them then. Okay. And then when this place empties out, we're going to get run over again because it'll be everybody at once, whereas they came in for an hour and a half there.
Maybe I'll turn this off for a second.
You think we should stop the stream or just keep going?
No, we can keep going the stream because that'll stay charged for hours
Okay.
and hours and hours. We're good there. I just saw somebody out here who, I'm just making sure I said hi to everybody who came out.
A lot of people found Kobe. Yeah, exactly. You know.
This is a truth seeker powwow.
Thanks for coming out too, man. Appreciate it.
I've been following you since 2016.
Long time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
since YouTube. I googled.
That was the lot of after Kobe. That's the two time periods.
Yeah, same exact.
Captain Knight, it's on the knife. Yeah, it's like the same pattern.
Got the snake logo up there. See if I can zoom in on that. I'm just trying to look for architectural symbolism. This is now called Microsoft Theater. It used to be the Nokia Theater. This used to be Staples, now it's Crypto. J.W. Marriott's been there. And the Ritz also, that's all been there.
Put all the money shit aside and get together and figure out how to find it.
I know it like a synergy.
That's it. Yeah, because no matter where you're coming from, or whatever they're supposed to sell, you have so much trouble with one thing. Yeah, when you're ego and shit like that, and, you know,
I'm partly guilty, but it's just like,
well, yeah, well, everybody is, you know. It's about like realizing that we have more things in common than not. We do. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. That and the part that they're always every year more and more and more. They're going little by little.
that's like, pop out, maybe it's slow.
They're doing it little by little. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look at those frogs and
People are okay because they have the church, like you said, you know, they got the beer, you know, like life's still good. Life's still good. It was frustrating, but then they let us know, pretty much, yeah, it comes back again.
yeah, like that was poison. So whoever took a lie, especially if it takes 2 years. Hey, I heard it takes 3 to 5 years. So then that's when that's 2025. That's when they really want the shit right at the end. They get self-reelected 24, 2025, and then people are gonna start dropping.
Zach, why do I feel like RFK Jr. is going to be the next president? What do you think about that?
I think they're just bringing out kind of, he's in the club,
Like, it's about Kobe.
I think it's just like to beat down that point of view.
How is
Like
that
how
voice?
all the athletes, when it gets called for the most, they're not doing very well in the sports. And like I talked about, it's all synced up with his dead relatives, his announcement of the important case of oil today. Joe Biden thing, man. People don't know that thing. They get Gerald Ford said in the Herbert. People don't know. Check this out. Gerald Ford said in the Herbert Hoover Library. A little girl asked him, "How are we going to get the first female president?" He goes, "Well, let me tell you how it's going to happen. She's not going to be voted in. There's going to be an old man, and he's going to die, and it's having the first female vice president, and then she'll be president." And it's like, well, how weird is it that Kamala Harris was literally born on the exact same day that Herbert Hoover died? So I feel, and again, like he's connected to Bobby Kennedy, who has the same birthday as Biden. That's his father. If you don't know that, RFK Jr., not RFK Jr., his father, who was assassinated in '68, has the same birthday as Joe Biden. And then JFK killed at age 46. Joe Biden, number 46. He did, the junior made his official announcement that he'd do this on April 19th, on April 6th, 4/6. So I think it's really about Biden. I think just the things they do is like a collage of information and symbolism. So it is going to be more division, right? Because RFK Jr., he's been almost right about everything he's written about. And I wish he wasn't in this. I wish there were people that could actually get on the screen and be covered in the news over parts of the public. He's here to like put out the right thing and be demonized for by the media, for the herd to be conditioned again to have opinions like that, but you'll never be successful on this level of the stage. I think that's what we're doing with RFK.
He's playing good cop, bad cop, and the good cop, bad cop.
He's going to get beat down by the media for his vaccine conspiracy theories. That's how they're going to be phrasing it. They always are. You know, a lot of like RFK Jr. was out there. His vaccines. He's like totally researched. Everything is cases and evidence. But then on the media, they treat it like it's. That's how you just see we don't have a real media. It's just about buzzwords and stereotypes, programming. Because again, I mean, RFK Jr. The work he's done is not conspiracy.
Are they using him as a disclosure agent like they used his uncle, and then they're gonna fake assassinate him? Do we really need to look? Do we need to go look back at that Simpsons episode and see if it was actually Trump in that casket, or if it was RFK Jr.? Imagine if they killed him too and they killed his uncle. I mean, I'm just thinking from like if I was writing a movie script, which is literally what we're living in, what would it be like? You know, it would be something like that. Right. Without doing any numbers or anything, I would just be like, now that would be. Right. Total demoralization.
Ambassador Hotel.
Yeah.
2 miles.
Killed on guys on 6'6". Robert Kennedy 66. Sirron 66.
I don't know. His voice is pretty affected, so it's not hard to understand him. He has that voice affecting.
Oh, I was on Wilshire for some reason last Sunday, and I was like, wait, RFK died here on Wilshire, and Biggie died maybe 5 miles up the road assassinated in the Peterson Auto Museum, also on Wilshire. There's something about that Wilshire name, because it's kind of the dividing street of LA, of north and south. Wilshire is like a huge east-west.
Wilshire corridor is known to be CIA. All those buildings is all CIA agents live in that.
FBI's on Wilshire.
Yeah.
UCLA. And Biggie got assassinated, and RFK both on Wilshire, right? Exactly on Wilshire.
I'm glad I heard Wilshire users have to.
And then look at the names. But you know, Shire means like King Arthur.
Yeah.
Shire, like whatever. That has esoteric. Then Will, like your willpower. There's the Will Shire. There's a lot. I named it. Yeah.
See, everybody got the mind with different connections, observations.
Yeah, that was supposedly our good rebellion a long time ago with King Arthur and the Round Table and all that. So they always kind of pay homage in a desecration type of way and do their rituals on top of stuff that was positive originally, just like how they build Catholic churches on top of these ancient burial sites and ancient like spiritual areas, you know, to desecrate whatever good happened.
We're going to take off because we're going to get back to the desert. I know. We plan on being out so long, but Peeler and it's like, yeah, once you get to a certain time, it doesn't even make sense to try and get on the deck and go back to the hotel without. Yeah. And you have to leave by 2 or you're screwed. So you might as well wait till 7:30.
Got some of the truth seekers saying bye here. Are you going back to Coachella right now? Coachella's having huge.
You working there or just?
I worked all last weekend.
You working this weekend too?
We'll see. I work for a transportation company, so like chauffeur job. So they didn't sell out this weekend. So I'll be working tomorrow.
Yeah, my friend's out there driving limo. Yeah. Edmund.
But I know a lot of the chauffeurs.
Yeah, he's always driving something around there. A lot of stuff there. The tennis, they have the tennis tournament right there, Indian Wells, and they have the Coachella Stagecoach. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We are an odd, rare bunch, but I wish it would. You know, one thing we're missing is Wild Old Woods in here. There's no other brothers. What's that? Like we were saying, like I was talking to a black dude from Harlem. That's the one who got goosebumps. And like when a white boy has like black people give him like real love, like he does in his call-in shows, you know he's on to something true. Because they've been through a lot of shit.
That's called East Central.
They can see through like a lot of BS because they've lived through it. So on his call-in shows, he always has brothers. Plus, they are unjustified. But yeah, the average black male, like, that's a small percentage. It's more awake than the average anyone.
There's just one little corner here in LA. It looks like we're in Vegas.
people who aren't there tonight. That's what I said earlier. It's probably like these probably people who've been just the biggest Laker fans in 40 years have never been to this game.
Construction always going on. Look how tall that sucker is.
Tourists who just flew from Japan tonight got tickets because they could buy them and afford it.
But yeah, dude, there's so much shit.
Connected to Eddie Vedder. See, Eddie Vedder's the only left Seattle grunge star. All of them are dead except for him.
Jeff Young's buddy. Yeah, just so everybody knows, that's actually Jeff Young's cousin, fourth cousin. Yeah, adopted as well.
Third lady, right to the cover down.
You could still frame it out of the.
I'm serious about your music. Yeah, I love a group photo. I love a group photo. Never wanted
The guy behind him had the 34 Paul Pierce. The one guy walked by with the 33, and the guy behind him had the 34 Paul Pierce, right? Yeah, that when you guys said that 33 guy, I thought they were maybe they were in the same group.
Sometimes you get more women to show up, but you know when I look at analytics, it only shows like I think
They changed the name back over there. Now look what this is called.
That's not really not what's happening. But I have to still.
Xbox Plaza. Notice everything's connected to something digital or virtual reality or some shit.
Every little bit of RFK, none of the people.
so she was like this young, sweet girl. She was like 18 years old.
No, it's not. I can't get a job because I'm not vaccinated.
I brought her
I'm
to a
being
show.
told, I'm being told that I have to be double dosed. I cannot even do the I stand.
But so she sat there and listened to me talk for a long time. Otherwise, okay, you've been listening to me. What do you think about like, I saw Bob Lee and that now thing. This and Julius Caesar and Calvin. I was like trying to go up slowly all together.
Yeah, that ad will blind you for sure. Thank God I got my blue blocker glasses on, or that pierce right through your freaking skull. Like I said, it feels like we're in Vegas with all these lights. And you know what? Over here, this used to be lit up all red and said Staples. Now it's just like some weird blue, like aluminum thing they put over, in the Crypto.com arena thing doesn't even light up. And I'm about to go over there and look at that logo. What is that? Is that logo for what? What's that logo for? It's a lion's face.
Oh yeah, it is a lion's face.
So it's inside of a hexagon too.
I didn't come here today to like shock. I said I could just tell you. I said
Yeah, you think that would be lit up?
Yeah, what the fuck's going on? And then over here, we have this place called. How come I can't see it? Oh, there it is. Impact. And look at the logo for Impact. It's a cube with a dot missing, and then the dot is over the eye, like AI.
I'm worried about
You ever seen the movie AI with that's Spielberg? Watch the preview for that movie or the trailer. What else is that up there? They got a little. It looks like a piece of a ship hanging off. Fucking pirates.
And we're saying it's crazy. There's no Kobe statue.
Yeah, I could have swore there used to be one.
Kobe. We got an Oscar De La Hoya statue.
I was thinking I should go walk around and give a tour. Should I just stay here while Zach's talking? Yeah. I don't know if they can even hear him right now, though. He's talking so low. His voice is gone. You guys want a tour of the front entrance of this place? Or you want to hear Zach talk to the truth seekers? Everything's blue and red. Yeah, Zach's talking pretty low now. His voice is gone and my camera's right by me. That's why I'm loud. But I'm talking very soft.
Oh yeah.
The object sticking out.
That's why I wonder if it'll be so blatant.
Usually on big cruise ships, they have this on either side that hangs over the side of the ship so they don't crash the ship into docks. But you have to look at this from above to see if they got another one on the other side too. And this thing is basically a circle, so it's not in the shape of a ship, but that front part right there sure does look like the front of a ship. Yeah, it was red and striped red, and then they had.
They didn't do any changes to the structure.
No, it doesn't look like it, man. It just looks like a cheap new logo. And I bet you that logo was just underneath the red lights that said Staples on it because it was red lit up, if you remember before. It was mostly red here.
California legalized weed. That day they opened dispensaries with a total span of 420 days.
So as you can see, folks, here, the food carts have been upgraded. They used to cook food like these on these cookie sheets on shopping carts, but now they all have nice carts. This is Delicatessen in downtown LA.
Saw that. I knew there was a company called Price. Yeah, the ads on all that good stuff. That's what I was. How'd you find the book? Being that there's something wrong with this for the wrong drug cases. Back then, they were and then somehow he stumbled into it.
Yeah, Zach would have to get another mic that's Bluetooth or something on him when he's not on the mic if you guys want to hear him in the background the whole time, because there's no way to hear it like this. I would have to do it like this.
Or you gotta come to LA.
Yeah. Or how about stop being armchair quarterbacks and just get the fuck out here? How about that?
I feel it though, because when I'm watching the chat, I'm like,
It's super warm here too. Zach literally picked the best time to come. It just warmed up at nighttime. Now it's like in the 50s at night.
Perfect right now.
And it was in the 40s just like a week ago. I mean, it'd be like warm during the day, but it'd be like 42, 43 at night. Now it's like 52, 53. Zach's still in t-shirt and shorts. As you can see, it's warm.
Just the breaking down of how sports are scripted.
How far is Hollywood Boulevard from here? Distance-wise, not that far. Time-wise, a lot further than you would think, because actually Thursday night there won't be that much traffic right now, but I'd say it's about maybe like 7 miles from where we are, which sounds like really close, but the streets are not wide open freeways that are straight. They're all windy, and once you get off, it's a pain in the ass too.
Pretty good guess.
What did I say? 7 miles? 7.4 miles.
20 minutes.
They used to call me DK Quest before, when MapQuest was the most popular one, before like Waze and Google Maps and all this stuff, and it was MapQuest. They used to call me DK Quest because I just knew everything without any kind of maps or anything.
Just like keep up, drive. And what was funny is they tried to get me drunk when I was in New York. I'm okay now. And I was worried because I hardly ever drink. So I was like back when I was in college, I drank all the time. I still didn't have to drink, but I never found it. So we were drinking so much beer.
He just came from the pier. He was fishing.
Look at alcohol. Again, alcohol is an age of 30. Prohibition is 33. Alcohol equals
Yeah, I've had a couple nicknames. DK Quest, DJ DK, because whenever we had girls come over, I insisted on being the DJ to make sure they don't put on stupid shit and make the girls leave.
Yesterday I was in Palo Alto, and a guy who came out, I couldn't believe that, but and I asked him, I said, what happened to your uncle? Was after I said, alcohol destroyed. What is every alcohol stores now? It's fentanyl, drugs, all this stuff is marketed. Figure out how to make it safe for alcohol. Or like young girls in Arizona State, coke like crazy. Like Minnesota, there's 5 states in the week with 38, so I'm still at 10% off. And chain acid and fentanyl. Tom Petty, I gotta make it with Tom Petty because Tom Petty is in that.
You know what? We're at 100. We're at 100% still. We don't need this right now. I'm just gonna unhook it for right now.
Yeah.
Makes it so much easier to hold.
Yeah, really.
I mean, we're not. I'll hook it. I can hook it right back up whenever we need. But for right now,
Put in this bag. That's his brown bag.
if it gets down to like 70, I'll hook it back in.
No, remember, hero equals 46. All numbers are realistic. Hero. Yeah, man. Yeah. There's no bad numbers, right? There's numbers that get used all the time in bad races. But that's why I like people saying, oh, it's 38. I say, well, remember, there's good side to all the numbers too. There's a good side to 37. They use it all the way for this negative side, and you know how they do it. But it doesn't just mean that. Right after he came here. Both of them had the same number connection, 67, like other kids were sacrificed. UCLA players front them was equal. The only one where the pattern them is pretty much changing the name. And then that one fool was that Michael Jackson. Yeah, it's like, what
You guys want me to go in front of the arena over here, give you guys a tour of what it looks like, or you want me to stay here by Zach?
Sam's got 54 at the half. Believe that shit?
We can go to fucking yard. Oh, yeah, yard house.
That's what I told him. You guys bouncing right now?
Yeah, we should go. Yeah, we're gonna do yard house.
Is Zach gonna stay here, or is he gonna go eat right now? Is he gonna stay here?
I'm not too sure. That's what the same thing.
I know, man. It's just like.
Yeah, that's what I recommended to him yesterday. I said Yard House is the best place to eat there because it's not like super expensive, but you're getting like good restaurant food for like kind of like a halfway decent price.
So I feel like.
That's where am I? I'm turning around. Yeah, I'm turned around. It's right around this corner, right?
Yeah.
On the back side of Tom's.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, yes, everything was expensive, but I forgot about that.
It's not McDonald's, but it ain't, it ain't like restaurant prices where it's like $25, $30 for anything. You could get, there's still stuff that's like $15.
Sure, we'll be right there.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna.
No, I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Yeah, as long as he's out here. I just got a late start today because I got a lot of shit to do and I live far.
Okay.
And at that time, it's the effing worst.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Tomorrow, traffic will be bad as well, but we're not going to be in this downtown area. On Saturday, traffic is way better to come here.
Yeah.
And I didn't even tell Zach.
These short little books that he made, say it took a year to write them, but I think it's better than mine.
Yeah, you can see me like wherever you
like a pamphlet.
Yeah. I don't know if Venice Beach.
Yard House, man. I don't know if you heard about Yard House.
Yard House is like, that's what I was telling you last night. It's the best place to eat around here. It's not that expensive right around the corner.
Oh, we can go eat.
Yeah.
Hold on. Should we get a group photo? Group photo, and then people want to eat. They're hungry.
I forgot to tell you, Zach, on what is today? Today is Thursday, right? On Saturday, the day you leave, the Clippers play at 12:30, and then the Lakers play that evening.
I think the Kings play. Or is it the Clippers?
Clippers play here, and then at the same arena. Same arena, yeah.
See, last night I was telling you.
So you can do the same thing again.
Yeah, I'll try to do it better.
But yeah, get the fans from both teams that day.
Yeah, it's true.
Look at that Shiba Inu. Shiba.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You should give him a flyer.
Someone else has it.
They want a tour of the front of the arena. Should I go give them a little tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, indeed.
Especially while it's lit up.
Okay, here we go. Zach gave me the okay. Here's Lou Alcindor. It's probably about how tall he is in real life. My dad played with Lou Alcindor. Said he was realistically about 7'3". Got Magic. What the heck is this? Looks like some demonic thing he's coming out of here. What the heck is this thing? I don't even know. It looks like it belongs at the Vatican, though. I'll tell you that. Was this a Rocky statue? Oh, it's Oscar de la Hoya. Imagine if boxing were real, what would have really happened to that guy? Luke Robitaille. Oh, some more. Who's that over there? Oh, it's Jerry West. The logo. Wayne Gretzky. Who's this over here? Wilt the Stilt.
No, Elgin Baylor over here, number 22. They don't got a Wilt statue? So anyway, that looks like a lion to me, this logo. Like a lion face. What the fuck is this right here? Oh, it's Chick Hearn. That's right. Chick Hearn. Chicky baby.
To ensure a safe and expedited entry, all guests must have a digital ticket.
Bob Miller. Voice of the Kings.
Thank you for joining us and enjoy the event.
Dang, this is the only guy that has a colored face. What the fuck is up with that? Looks very strange. They made this guy's face copper. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. We're about to go eat at across the street at the Yard House, so if you guys are coming over. This is the arena. They got metal detectors. This guy's still wearing a mask. Looks like it's halftime. Inside the arena right there. Man, all these freaking logos. Look at Magic. Is this thing a pyramid? Very close to a pyramid.
Nothing's going to get. She used to go into Chinatown and make her pictures. Like she made some special. Everybody doesn't have yours. She's like, oh, chickens, they eat anything and they digest well. So she had some combination that was like had chickens in mind. Because if you think about chickens, they pet, they just
no, like you break down how
she had some really cool ways.
But then, yeah, you kind of have to yeah, but then female brains are different than male brains too. There could be past life stuff. That's a little bit. You might have done this work in past life. I'm sure you
I mean, when it's pet,
They're down to the orders before and that's the thing. Now I just so after watching the next video, I've always been like, like all this new things and give them that yeah. Don't even talk about mind power. Your mind can conquer. Cats cannot be. You can be fine, but your mind can be strong.
I used to. Tap water, shower water. Water is good.
70%. The only reason I heard about this is because of Kobe. That's a big shock.
Who's that from India? Is that D26?
How'd they do it though? You think they got back?
I'll rock a ball. They call me 41 thing and see how you do it.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
Over Gematria.
Street, like you can talk to anybody on the street.
They can hyper-focus you and also distract you.
I can't see who gave that super chat for $49.99. I can't see.
I mean, the main way it would hit.
But thank you, whoever that is up there.
Why let it right now go out, come outside and tell you the secrets? No, he can't.
Shit, we're out here at night in shorts and t-shirt. Thank you, Dr. Phil.
He does like
So what do they do? Well, wait, he's back. Basically, we're going to do
once a week.
Sure. Who just came back for a group? Somebody came back for a
Oh, yeah,
group?
they said that. He said he was going to take the picture. And they said
I could take it. Give me all the cameras. This is a good spot too, maybe with all this. Let's see how it looks with all the lights in the background. If we're able to be able to see everybody. Ooh, let me see what it looks like from this side. Yeah, we got to do it from this side. Everybody's got to face that way so we could see our faces. It's too bright back there. If I take a photo from that side, everybody's face will be so dark. Yeah, we'll do it like facing crypto or something.
Walk over there.
Yeah, in front of the statues.
Yeah. Right, let's do that.
They want everybody to introduce themselves. You guys want to introduce yourselves or no? The people on the chat are saying they want. Yeah, go ahead. Fire off.
Then when you do play it the right way, they just take you out my way. So which one is it?
Really, if people knew, neither don't play the game. Win this game, end this game. Let's bring back sports, but without we'll know you're going to kill your family to let you get to the next level.
And my name is DK, and I'm an alcoholic. No, I'm kidding. You guys want to introduce yourselves to the chat? If not, it's okay. Awesome. What about you? Damn, you're OG.
You just woke me up at sports.
Are you still a sports fan?
No. I'm wasting my life with that. But thanks to him, I'm out here supporting and
Awesome. So all the fellow truth seekers, we'll keep moving on. You want to introduce yourself to the chat or no?
One of these days, I don't know what came out. One of these days, things will change.
Sorry, you guys can't hear them talk because I'm outside and it's like the mic is right on the phone. I had to stick it up to their face. I know we need a mic. Yeah, they're saying we need a mic for everybody. Yeah, we'll tell Zach, use the mic. That other mic isn't to receive. That one is to, you know, blast on the loudspeaker. So we need a mic that hooks up to this phone separately from that, because that's a whole separate device. You guys want to introduce yourselves to the chat? They want everybody to say hi. Go ahead.
My name is Irving. Been following Zach since 2020. Push work and online.
They said repeat your name. They couldn't hear you. Irving.
Been following Zach since 2020. Since Kobe died. Way more gaming answers to
Oh, fuck. Hold on. They saying the mic might be broken. Zach. Do you know where the thing is for the mic? Is there a setting for the mic? They're saying the mic might be broken now or something. Oh, sounds okay now? Just low?
A lot of them are
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. It seems to be okay now.
Been following Zach since 2020 when Kobe died. Then Gematria gave me the answers to the truth. Been following since then, pushing work online and stuff.
Were you a big Kobe fan before?
Yeah,
like all of us? Yeah. And then, are you still a fan at all?
No, I don't follow sports anymore.
At all?
Yeah. I don't follow sports. I turn on the TV. I try not to. I'm not saying. Obviously, if I turn on the TV and I see stuff, I decode stuff and stuff and push work, push out information, share it with people.
It's not entertainment anymore. Yeah.
You should tell, like, you see it more, you get me? You
Yeah.
Attention, you watch movies, and then you start watching movies, and then you want to, like, go decode the movie and you see why they telling you that or why they send you messages like that, and you go back to watching old movies that you watched before and catch more shots.
Definitely. I feel the same way.
I feel like Gematria is the answer. And it's just think about it. The calendar is named after a pope. That should be a red flag. Connects.
Their board game,
yeah,
pretty much.
It's like why are we following the calendar that's named after?
Right. Move on to the next truth seeker.
Exposed it and put all the stuff, connected it really well. To me, it's like the group that holds all these so-called conspiracy theories together.
Right.
And it's just concrete, non-stop repetition throughout the year. I don't really know too much about it, but it's just undeniable. You don't even need to do the numbers first time. Not all the time, but when he does present it, it's just undeniable.
I can't face the mic towards them. It's on the bottom of the phone. The phone is sideways on the selfie stick. So this is the best I can do, folks. Until we get a microphone that's hooked up to the actual phone, it doesn't help anything as far as picking it up. Of course, the phone is going to pick up the loudspeaker, but you know, I'm not going to go like this to everybody so you can hear them. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to deal with it. Listen on headphones or something. But yeah, plus we're outside. It's kind of like there's a lot of ambient air moving around. But that is something we can work on, is getting a Bluetooth mic. Or maybe one of those furry ones that sticks up right here into the people's face.
That's the way they do it, you know?
Yeah, with the boom.
That's the way they do it, you know? You gotta,
Yeah, we need more help for that. We need more people out here. People taking over boom duty, camera duty.
it has to grow. I mean, it has to grow.
We need a few grips out here, you guys. We need assistant directors and all kinds of stuff.
Cameraman.
Yeah. Yeah, so we need a whole Gematria news crew, literally. You need a crew. Yeah, with the van, with the wrap on it that says Gematria Effect. Yeah, Zach, we figured out we got to be facing this way because these lights are so bright. If you try to take a photo from that way, these lights blind everything. Yeah, and then we could see everybody. Yeah, but give me all the cameras. I'm still live.
take the photo and send it to us.
What are you looking for, Zach? Someone to take the picture? Well, I'll get anybody. I'll get anyone off the street.
This is live too.
Oh, you're live too?
Yeah.
Sweet, okay.
Take the picture.
The DoorDash guy's gonna take it? Oh.
Vamos a poner aquí.
No, we need you.
No, she has to stand over there. And we gotta face that way because otro lado.
The short people in the front. The tall ones in the back.
Uno, dos. Oh, it's a video.
Check the frame.
Let's see. What does the photo look like?
Yeah, you're on. Let me get one of you guys, man.
That's
everybody.
Oh, shit. Just gonna be the check the distance. Yeah, this perfect, like right here.
Perfect, right. Hey, you over there, over there.
Oh yeah, squeeze
Get in there,
it.
bro. Get in there. Perfect. Perfect. Rob, you right there.
Yeah, selfie. Give your selfie. Yeah, there you go. This is better than the Oscars, man.
Yeah. Good friend, he got the best photo of all.
Better than the degenerate.
2:05.
She gotta kill us too.
What time is it right now that you got your phone out?
It's 9.
9?
She got a body count. She got a body count.
I got a video of the day I hit the LeBron James off of your bread. It's good.
He's great.
I mean, this is
Great, I mean, damn. You went
real time. People asking me, gamblers, millionaires, how the fuck did you do that at the crap table? You motherfuckers would listen for a second.
You know he's been winning. Look at that bling right there.
Oh yeah, nah, this is a gift courtesy of motherfucking the game and Kanye West. This is a gift.
What is that? What's on there? The two?
Illuminati.
Really?
Come on, man, I'm tapped in. I'm gonna tell you all the codes, all the secrets. I didn't get in the news, but what matters. I done been in there, talking that shit, telling them how to really rap, how to understand music, how to process what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is so now I'm going in that to the business where I'm making the labels come from me for my first shit's all fake as fuck.
Are you a rapper too?
Bro, I teach understanding.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to understand it. If I would just be a rapper, bro, I'd be a nobody. Everybody out there.
Everybody's a rapper, huh?
No, music is just a pedestal. Music is just a base. It's a foundation. Everything that everyone does in the world, bro, is fake. Everything that everyone sells is not authentic. I'm telling you this from experience. Still shit I ain't told you about.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
You can disagree, OG.
Because I have identity right here.
Show me. Because that's not going to take away nothing I'm talking about.
Oh.
Here you go. Yeah.
Over the years, I heard many niggas say they the best that did it. Over the years, so many niggas bullshit and got it twisted. The best spin it to you. I first did it in 1972. Yeah, they said I was gifted, that I came well equipped with a level of education that my lyrical content cannot be contained or categorized. It's a shame to this day there ain't none better than I explained it in my song. Pay attention to my verses, brought up like San Quentin. Don't do no rehearsing, did it right the first time. Only do one take. So you see, they ain't lie when they say how great the fuck I am. Who say the fuck I ain't? When half the world about to hit what the fuck I think. I ain't just been there and done it. I started this shit. Why? Say with confidence, this is harder to get. The biggest harder than this, and my ego is split. But I don't think another motherfucker like me exists. I ain't just been there and done it. I started this shit. Why? I can say with confidence, this is harder than this. The biggest harder than this, get my ego is split. But I don't think another motherfucker like me exists. I ain't just been there and done that. Like my song said, feel doing the shit. So I'm here to stay. Gauges, niggas are breaking the woman's disbelief. That gangster rap now sounding like an R&B. see. Many niggas out there singing on this hip hop track back in the day. Ain't no way I do no shit like that. I'm 56 fuck over anybody get in my path. Think I'm lying, give it a try. I sit back in the lab, call in the challenge if you want. I'm just doing what I do. Serving the raw and uncut. I sugarcoating the truth. That's what they do. The donuts over crispy between the life I live. Some people still call it a dream. Say they started gangster rapping. That's a misstated fact. The Master Spade, rest in peace, he can vouch for that. I'm one of the ones who really started all this gangster shit. And like the hood say, this is as hard as it gets. I ain't just been there and done that. I started this shit. Why I can say with confidence, this is as hard as it gets. If it gets harder than this, then my ego is split. But I don't think another motherfucker like me exists. I ain't just been there and done that. I started this shit. Why I can say with confidence, this is as hard as it gets. If it gets harder than this, then my ego is split. But I don't think another motherfucker like me exists.
Indeed. Damn. They said sign him.
So look, let's piggyback. Let's
He's gonna be the first.
Let's use this as a teaching lesson.
I just want to say that's better than anything on the record. That's better than anything on the radio, and it should be out there. That's why who's getting in the club and who isn't.
Let's use this as a teaching lesson, Zach. So, what the OG was rapping about is what they tricked us all to believe, that hip hop is about the black struggle. That's what they sold you. So that's why that doesn't exist anymore. That's why it went from saying, I'm the biggest, the baddest, and harder than this, right? And it went to saying, what are you about? You're really about doing and spelling and casting the spells that you're speaking about.
Right.
Because the whole universe elevated. It started off as that, but that was a black struggle.
Sure.
Fuck the black struggle. That's why we all think we're from Africa if we're black. Nigga, I'm not from Africa, I'm from America. You know what I'm saying? So all that other shit, bro, it's about understanding how this game became the game of what it is today.
Sure.
So the cats today is just as good as the cats yesterday.
Sure.
You can't discredit nobody. But respect to the OG.
Indeed.
But you got to use
Impressive.
everything as a
Thank
teaching
you.
lesson, because they used us black people and made us think this shit was about the struggle. And that's why you don't hear Celine Dion and Brad Pitt and them arguing and fighting and killing each other. Because it's not about the motherfucking struggle, bro. It's about just spells and putting people in trances and making people feel good. That's really what it's about. Once they make you bet on Kobe individually, Kawhi individually, and not the team, they really got you beat.
Thank you, man.
You're betting fantasy now.
Thanks for
Everybody
keeping me
playing
on
fantasy
track.
football, fantasy basketball in real life. You're betting on individuals and putting it on a parlay.
But yeah,
Teach your lessons.
Ralph was saying,
Yeah, you gotta teach his lesson, man. That was hard, OG.
Hey, we'll be at your house.
I'll be letting people know what I'm doing.
Tap, click. All that.
Yeah, speedboxing.
Are we
You out of here right now?
We're just gonna go to your house.
Huh? Oh, Yard House?
Yeah.
Okay, I think everybody's gonna go there right now.
For sure.
Y'all make sure you get my info, bro.
HD? Are you on social media or what?
Yeah,
You going to Yard House?
bro.
Yeah.
Say my number, my
I'm
social
going to.
media.
We're going to Yard House.
Hey, this man just rapped for us. He would like a donation so he can get something to eat.
Can we take you somewhere to eat? You want to eat with us? Let's go get some food.
We're about to go to the Yard House across the street. Huh? Denny's?
You went to SC?
Where's that?
I got like 7 pages, so I'm gonna follow on 7. One of them is say, hey, this guy, you want to follow him, false information. I couldn't even go live on 3 pages because, you know, they censored my
The other USC. The real USC.
Just come with us. Yard House way better.
Let's go to your house. Flip the script for
Did you put that thing in his bag?
What's that? Yeah, I put it in the.
Wrap the cord around it?
I put it in the mic in the speaker bag.
Yeah, we'll see some of you guys there.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. Wait up, you gonna go now? What is Zach doing?
What time is it right now?
8:30? 9:30?
After we're done, maybe one more. When they're coming out, or should we just call it a day? Save it for the other day.
Should have probably went to eat a little earlier so we can make it right back out before the game ends. How much time is left in the game?
I don't know.
Can you see across the street right there?
I'm putting it up right now.
The games are all on every TV, but I just can't see from this far.
HD. Highly dedicated.
I didn't say hi, hello earlier. Yeah.
What's that? 8 minutes left in the third. Is that Russell, my love muscle, Westbrook? Wonder what kind of digital prison name they're gonna give to this thing.
And officer got killed by the numbers 144 days before his birthday. And this is the new sheriff. His name Eagles 144.
How does it go? Straight down or it goes?
It goes like this, and then right here, and
Okay.
then right here, and then goes down.
I'll get it all.
What's it called? It's about $500 now.
That's the killer's name right there in the article. And then that's the killer's Gematria.
I don't have the best handwriting. Thank you for being out here. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna go eat right now. We're just trying to get everybody together. What's that?
Nobody want to help me out because I don't want to hang out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'm still around.
Hold on one sec.
HT, you leaving?
Nah, I'm still around. You got my info?
Yeah, HT. You gonna be around the next 2 days?
I should be.
Yeah.
I live in Chinatown,
Oh, okay. I ran from.
How long will it
No,
take
I didn't.
us
I took
to
the metro,
get
but I was
back
in.
out? Out where?
I mean, it depends. It could take a long time or it could be quick. It
To be
depends on
honest
how.
with you, it should be an hour. So an hour and a half. The game is going to be over in exactly.
There's
about an
nobody.
hour.
If there's nobody
45
in there, it'll
minutes.
be fast.
About
They'll be
6
coming out
minutes.
of here at that time. There'll be people to engage with.
How many people want to eat right now? He wants to eat. He's ready to eat. We're gonna go eat things. I feel hungry too.
I'm gonna roll my weed. I don't eat half the shit people eat.
I got one rolled order.
Where you from, bro? What's your name?
Jordan.
HG.
That's a mutual
Yeah, I had to come support.
Yeah, that's it. Right after I came out of work, just came over here.
Yeah, I was with my dogs. I'm babysitting my
Oh, yeah, yeah.
fucking husky. What's your name, bro? Sergio? HD. Hyper-ass husky. I'm like, listen, I gotta go see.
Do you want to say anything to the?
Just happy to be here, happy to meet like-minded individuals.
I agree.
It's nice to know that in a city full of sheep, we're not alone.
There's a few wolves.
There you go.
What about you? What do you want to say?
Come out. He's here for 3 days. Come out.
Yeah, you got 2 more days, folks. 2 more days. Yeah.
Yes, wonderful.
I feel like it is.
You look like a correspondent. You know, like one of those correspondent on the scene. Okay, now we're going. Oh, you're Brandon, right?
Yes.
Now we're going over to Brandon on scene at Crypto Arena. Brandon, what's been going on here? Yeah.
I mean, if it was a little bit colder, I have mine in the car.
Yeah,
I brought a silver marker.
It's the warmest
kinda
night
want him-
so far.
Facts.
Warmest night so far as the spring's been coming up. So I know because I work outside.
Sign mine.
Huh?
Sign my hoodie before.
What color is your hoodie?
I have this exact one.
How you gonna sign that with a silver marker or something?
Yep.
Doesn't that come off?
Do you want it?
Yeah.
You showed up.
Where was that? That was here in LA.
Yeah, there's a name. Something Drive.
It's up in Columbus. But whatever.
Not Mulholland, but
It's up. It's
What?
up.
Oh, Carol, quickly, does that ring a bell?
Carol Quigley?
Yeah.
Yeah, Laurel Canyon. Like all these musicians, they all.
Oh, you're talking about the Dave McGowan? Have you read?
Dave McGowan,
Okay. You know where he's from?
No.
Palos Verdes.
But he died of cancer.
Allegedly, yeah.
Mysteriously, right?
Quickly and mysteriously, yeah. Tales from the Canyon, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's another guy that went kind of a little bit further than that too, called Mark Devlin. He wrote Musical Truth, books 1 and 2 that are kind of go a little bit even further than that on that stuff. Yeah, Mark Devlin. It's called Musical Truth. If you're interested in that, yeah. Mark Devlin. He's actually a buddy of mine, but he got mad. He got mad at me because I told him Flat Earth is stupid. Yeah, of course. But yeah, those books are good as far as that. It doesn't talk about Flat Earth, otherwise I would never tell you about it. But Musical Truth, yeah. But yeah, basically, I mean, I can give you from all my knowledge, from which, is Dave McGowan's work plus a bunch of other stuff. As they were creating the culture, they brought this British invasion, and they were like, the Beatles were like a boy band, the original boy band. They put them together. Tavistock Institute put them together, and there's a whole genre called Paul is Dead. Like, most people don't believe that this guy that's playing Paul McCartney right now is Paul McCartney. Yeah, that's the whole Paul is Dead. The best guy on that you're going to find is Mike Williams. He's the best guy for the Paul is Dead thing. But there's all this stuff and all the symbolism and the album covers and everything. And when they came out with Sgt. Pepper, they went from the nerdy guys with the bowl haircuts. All of a sudden, there's a gap, and then Sgt. Pepper, and they all look all crazy sideburns. And that was to disguise because nobody could tell that it wasn't Paul. So the guy who's been playing him still to this day is called William Shepard, and there's a book that's supposed to come out called Memoirs of Billy Shears. William Shears, Shepard, right? A shepherd has shears, right? So the book is supposedly an autobiography from this guy who's currently playing Paul McCartney, still the billionaire, only Beatle that's still alive, right? Or is there one more still alive? I think he's the only guy still. But anyway, so they brought all these guys, all this British invasion, the Monks, the Kinks, all these bands, and they were all living up in Laurel Canyon. And
the Beatles?
Well, it's all the same genre, and I don't know if the Beatles had a house there, but a lot of these other British bands did. And as well as, Jim Morrison, and all this stuff is all centered around that area. Same with Charles Manson, who actually wrote a few of the Beatles songs. If you look into it, yes, he was not. There was no Sharon Tate and all that. That was all fake, just like the O.J. Simpson murders. If you look, it's basically the same MO. So if you look at those pictures when she's dead and apparently pregnant, she's like smiling in the photos, and her dad is in the CIA fomenting the Sharon Tate.
Who's Sharon Tate?
The one who apparently allegedly got murdered in the Manson murders.
Manson, right.
Yeah, this was all in Laurel Canyon, the Naughty Pig and all that stuff. So anyway, this was all run by the CIA because Lookout Mountain, which is a CIA base, is right there in Laurel Canyon, and there's tunnel systems that go to all these houses that, right now, Jared Leto owns that Lookout Mountain as a home.
Who's Jared Leto?
Jared Leto's a famous, played the Joker, famous actor. So, and then Lady Gaga's up there, all these people who own these homes before, you're like, what the fuck? And there's tunnel systems to Harry Houdini's old house and all these rich people's homes to this base, Lookout Mountain. Lookout Mountain has a movie theater sweeter than the movie theaters that we go to, and 200 propaganda films were filmed in there. Everybody you could possibly think of was through there. Marilyn Monroe, Walter Cronkite, everybody. Look at Lookout Mountain movie studios. So where are those movies? How come me and you never saw them? Those were propaganda that were being sold to other places. So books you should look into is look at Memoirs of Billy Shears, and that's where they disclose that they actually the MI5 or MI6 killed Paul McCartney in 1966 when he was 22 years old, and replaced him with one guy who was already looked like him. They had plastic surgery done, and the other guy who was the actual musician, this guy William Shepard. And then they caught up with plastic surgeries to make William Shepard look like that too. But there's so much shit on that if you go look into the Paul is Dead stuff.
Well, and then they murdered what's his name in New York in 1980.
The guy forgot the guy's name. He was playing the bellhop. John Lennon.
John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon.
The guy was playing. The guy who killed him was the bellhop of the hotel. Was just the agent.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought there's a guy in jail that actually pulled the trigger, but it's like the mind control stuff. Like like what they did. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of that. Like, and then they shot Reagan. Bush came in. Yeah, so.
I'm not sure about that Reagan thing because Reagan's in Knights of Malta. He's like really high up in that New World Order echelon. So did they really shoot him, or they just told us they shot him? I mean, you know.
Well, I think if you look at it, they shot him, but it was a really weird bullet. It was like not designed to kill him. It was designed to scare him. And then all of a sudden, George Bush was running the show.
Well, I would say George Bush was running the show before they put Reagan in, since he's an actor anyway, right?
Under Reagan, yeah, I think he was running the show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Reagan's an actor, straight up an actor. Like Trump's an actor. You know, these guys are real. But Bush is he's Knights of Malta as well, and you know, like he's pretty big up in the New World Order. Their real name is Scherf. They came from Nazi Germany. They worked under Hitler and the SS. His dad, Bush Senior's dad, Prescott, funded the Nazis through Union Bank. He was the director of Union Bank, and that's where the Third Reich account was. So they were just like, oh, you need money? Here you go. It's in the account. Just go withdraw it. And then they said, you know what? The money trails leading back to us, commandeer the banks. And that's what then Hitler commandeered the banks and then used all that money for like the Third Reich Empire, you know. But it's like they put the money in the banks. They just commandeer the banks. That way, he stole the bank money. What are we supposed to do? It's not like we're giving them the money. You know, but yeah, their real last name is Scherf, and then the first one that changed the name was Prescott to Prescott Bush. But there's all kinds of photos with him and Hitler. Have you seen those photos, Prescott Bush and Hitler?
No, I haven't. But I don't live
Hold,
so far.
hold the camera. Watch. I'll show you.
Are you filming this?
Yeah, this is live.
That's live.
That phone is streaming live for his YouTube channel. It's already like a
we don't know how long it'll last. Oh, there was, you just see the Alfa Romeo logo. Oh yeah, with the snake eating the baby.
Yeah. And the Knights of Malta.
Oh, is that what that is? I don't know much about the Knights of Malta.
Yeah, the Reagan and Bush were both Knights of Malta.
I like to stay and eat with you guys, but I work tomorrow morning.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I'm actually holding for DK, but I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you, Zach.
Hey, it was a pleasure. Thank you for supporting my book and being out here today.
Thank you for making your way and your patience and your work.
I recognize, I understand your culture and how hard it is to do what you do, and how the family doesn't accept. That's part of why Sweet Lady also.
So whenever I hear you make little mentions, I just chuckle to myself. Man, I
Yeah.
couldn't get where this comes from.
Yeah, so no, I get it. But thank you.
I actually have a blog. I don't have been keeping active with it. LTVFYE.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you remember.
I'll give you my number. I don't have my. Oh wait, no, I did get my phone back
You gave
just
me a
now.
shout out actually for when the Diamond Freeway on the 57 happened for the Dodgers World Series for Houston.
Right.
And you actually linked that blog post for saying this is fire.
Sure.
I don't know if you remember that.
I do, indeed. Let me punch in my number for you.
Yeah, I'd like to stay and eat with you guys, but I gotta work at 7 in the morning.
Whoops.
I'm so glad you got a chance to come out here because I didn't think I'd get a chance to ever meet you, Zach, to be honest with you.
I should have come out here sooner. thing when I think about it.
Always busy with work and family and all that. I'm a
Did it call? There it goes. 714.
Perfect. Awesome.
All right, I'll save that.
All right,
Well, thanks again, David. It was a pleasure, man.
absolutely.
Drive safe.
Keep in touch. I'm taking you.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully they drive safe. All right.
Thank you,
Take care, David. I'm coming. I'm coming. Just as I didn't get to talk to you, I didn't.
What's up?
Oh.
I'm coming with you right
All
now.
right.
You
You gotta
streaming
go?
too?
Still, sir, I'm going to end the stream. But
Let's
thanks
go.
for stopping by and just engaging with us and sharing more
Oh, yeah.
information. Appreciate
All right.
that.
I was just
Yeah.
showing them pictures of Grandpa Bush with Hitler.
Okay.
You too. You too. You guys are deep. I'm not. I'm a little bit on the surface, but that's.
No, you were awesome.
You've done a lot of work.
You were awesome.
We're dedicated to trying making a positive difference.
He knew something almost about everything I said right now. He's heard of it at least.
That means you're a brilliant guy. DK's got a lot of information.
Yeah.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
nice talking to you.
Have a great night. Do you have everything?
Oh, I feel like I lost about 5 pounds so far.
Yeah? Carrying around stuff?
No, just not eating. I eat
Oh,
like
yeah,
every
yeah.
30 minutes.
I see,
I'm
I see.
freaking-
Fasting.
Yeah, I'm just autophagy all the way right now.
Okay.
I'm a grazer. I graze all day.
Where's this food place at?
Right around the corner.
Just up here? All right.
This dude with the Illuminati.
Interesting, man. Did you see what was happening yesterday?
Where?
I found out last night when people are leaving the comments all over about what was going on in the video, and I'll talk about it later, man. But just try not to get paranoid, but something weird happened yesterday. When we order, I'll ask that you would like your food to go, and if they can get out quicker, so that you can get on with your night. But yeah, man, I appreciate what you brought to our thing tonight, and the least I can do is get you a meal.
I have not just started. So I don't get paid for 2 weeks.
I get that, man.
So, you know, meanwhile.
I'm the tourist here. Is it right around here?
Yeah, I thought so. Shit, I'm kind of turning around. It should be right there on the corner.
It's over this way.
Oh, on this corner. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Turned around.
But yeah, hey, for all you guys tuned in, again, if you're in LA and can come out here this weekend, this is day one. You know, kind of warming it up, trying to get it better. I know more people will come out on the weekend. But yeah, if you can come out here this weekend, okay? Ralph's out here. He brought all these ideas. He said, tomorrow, Zach, you got to be next to the Prince Hollywood store talking about Prince's death. And that makes sense. So anyway, people got ideas. Come help us out. Come help us make it better. The more of us standing together, the more minds we intrigue. And again, just the diversity of the community, guys.
What do you think of the diversity of the group?
I think it's great.
Hey, man, thanks for coming and engaging with us today. Appreciate you.
Way to keep going.
What's up? My voice was, oh, man, voice getting rough.
It's got hard, huh?
Did you want to say anything on camera?
No,
Promote anything?
Good.
All right.
Well, you know what? Hey, keep rocking the truth. You know what I mean? If you believe that, keep rocking the truth. Because you study what you
Do you have something to promote?
And I appreciate knowledge.
Yes.
So knowledge is power, just like love.
Indeed. Indeed.
In order to receive love, you got to get some knowledge to get that love.
100%. Thank you for that again. Yeah, man. Good to meet you.
Man right here,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
We're going to keep it real. 1,000%.
Indeed. Thanks for being part of this. You have a good night. Thank you, man. Well, I'll be back here. We will meet again. You have a good night.
Yeah, no, I told him like twice.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up, True Seekers. But again, we're going to be out tomorrow. Hollywood, Venice Beach. I'll figure out. I'll talk to Ralph tonight and see if we can work out the time schedule since he knows the city. But then we'll be back Saturday for the Lakers and Clippers game to do it, but better. So again, thank you guys for the support. We're gonna eat as True Seekers. Again, a lot of very brilliant people, a lot of different stories. But hey, just coming together, making the conversations happen. Indeed, indeed. And you guys, thank you to everyone who does this, makes their own kind of gear to get out the word. I appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to Richard Quinn. He'd be here if he could. We'll unite again, Rich. All right, but yeah, we're going to get some dinner, you guys. Thank you to everyone who hit the like and the share. We're almost to 500 likes. Man, if you guys all in here who haven't hit the like, I bet we could get over 500. That some other people might find this stream. Might wake up a few more people.
Yeah, it's not too late. You can show up tomorrow or the next day.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, you guys. Until next time.